you guys are at a pit stop or a pit start together. You guys are somewhere together and you can help each other out. But the race primarily is ran separately. So alliances are cool, but they're not as useful as Big Brother, is what I'm trying to say. So you see Tucker and Eric far ahead of us. You see Taylor and Kylan far ahead of us. You see, I mean, damn near most teams ahead of us. So you want to give us a U-turn? Because I was on season 26 of Big Brother? We're all good now. I'm just saying it's an interesting reason to want to U-turn somebody. That's all I'm saying. What's up, y'all? I haven't gone live in a minute. Y'all have any questions about this episode? I watched the East Coast feeds, so I am ahead. I should have gave you guys a heads up on that. What's up, Kenzie? Why didn't Tucker U-turn a strong team? I have so many questions. I don't know. It was a fun episode, though. Are you and Ashley friends? We sure are. I'm excited that she's moving out here. Fortnite Addict 57. That's so funny that you asked. Any advice on applying to Big Brother that weren't in my YouTube video? I was thinking about doing a part 2, which I promised a long time ago, to add some more tips and tricks on being cast for Big Brother or casting video or Amazing Race. So I will do a part 2 if that's something that you guys want. I need to get them redone, sis. Whoever said they like my nails, I need to get them redone bad. What's up, Aaron and Millie? We really wanted to go somewhere to Asia. In Asia, we really wanted to do like Tokyo. Is where all of us were kind of rooting for. Yeah. It's been a minute, y'all. What's up? Any questions? I know. Does production wake BB house guests up with music? Yes, every morning. I loved the episode tonight too. Where's Cam? I think he's in Washington. I think he went back home for a couple days. Thanks for the gifts, y'all. Are me and Chemo still friends? Yes, we are. Would I return to Big Brother? There'd have to be some stipulations in the contract, but yeah, I would. How long did it take me to finish? Like probably 3 hours. Imagine doing that for 3 hours. So you guys will see in this episode, if you haven't watched it already, is we had to build these Karichi carts and these wooden Karichi carts and ride down this cobblestone street under 36 seconds in Croatia for the Amazing Race. The issue is the lighter you are, the harder it is to get down the hill because you need momentum to get down there. So the guys kind of just brushed through it, but it was harder for the girls. So my fingers got ran over, almost broke like 2 fingers. It was bad. Camera crew was all trying to film my fingers. I'm like, I'm dying right now. And all you guys wanted to do was get a shot of my fingers. So I was in that for 3 hours, but you're using your arms. It started to pour down rain. It was freezing cold. So there's so many factors as to why that was difficult. And the cobblestone was so wobbly that the more you went down, the more your screws would get loosened and you have to go all the way back up and refix your cart. So it was just a hot mess express. Yeah. Jack Bayham was great that leg. Very supportive. He felt so bad. Yeah, a lot of us are too small height-wise. I know. Do I still talk to Mackenzie? Almost every day. Keanu and I met finale night, but we haven't got to spend time. He lives in Texas. I live in California, but I'd love to spend some time with Keanu and the family. The tears make sense. Yes, y'all. Y'all see it. Y'all saw I didn't cry much on Big Brother, right? Like I wasn't like, it takes a lot for me to cry. But I was doing that for 3 hours. Have I met Rachel? Of course I've met Rachel. Multitude of times. She's one of my favorite people. Yes, I've met Jimmy. Great person. Great person. Who did I like on The Amazing Race? There's nobody that I disliked on the race. I loved Izzy and Paige. Like, and maybe it's because we were racing a lot side by side because we were always placed like right next to each other. So we just like, we were just fighting with each other, like not in a bad way, but like, you know, we were in this fight together. So we my dad grew a very deep love for Izzy and Paige, like obsessed with them, as am I. So them, are you and Angela cool now? Yeah, Angela and I are cool. The Chada sisters, obviously, but we didn't see the Chada sisters a lot. We didn't see my big sister, Rubina, or Christina a lot on the race. So it's interesting. You don't see each other when you're racing. Like, we rarely saw Eric and Tucker. I saw Taylor and Kylan a little bit. I'm trying not to give away some stuff. But yeah. Yeah. What's up, Leighton and Stephanie? Oh, I felt, if you guys watched this last episode, my heart broke for Hannah and Simone. They are, when I tell you guys, what you guys see through the camera, they are that, but 10 times better in real life. They are the most humble, kind, wise, intelligent, gracious, loving people. And I just hate that they had to go home. We filmed Amazing Race. When was that? February, March to April. We came back. It was only 30-something days. We came back right before Easter. The Izzy Jag beef is hilarious. It really is. Also, I see you in 3 made with breast cancer. Happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Am I watching Dancing with the Stars? That's so funny. I just started. I need to catch up. I was going to binge it today, but I've been like under the weather all day. I've been in bed. Yeah. What's up, Chelsea? What's up, Danielle? What I can say, Jake, is there is always a non-elimination leg in Amazing, from what I remember. But yes. I would love to do Dancing with the Stars. Thanks, Tyler. What do you think got you on Big Brother? Was the tension palpable between Jag and Izzy? No, because like we weren't racing. It was at one of our airport pit stops where we were traveling, and Izzy was updating me on the beef. That's when I was like, oh, this is like legit beef. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know how deep the beef went until I got to talk with Izzy and Paige. I was like, oh my gosh. What I think got me on Big Brother, I think a multitude of things, if I'm honest. I think I fit like a mold of a type of person that they try to cast every season. And which is like the Christian girl. So I think I fit that mold because, you know, it's a microcosm of America. And so they try to, from what I've experienced, cast 16 to 17 people where anybody in America could see themselves in somebody on the show. So, which makes great for connection, but also entertainment. Because you're putting, like, you know, a melting pot together. Alexa, go to the next song. Alexa, go to the next song. So I think that, and I think I had the ability to narrate well. I was a storyteller in my casting interview, so I think my ability to be witty and be a storyteller and keep things SSS, short, simple, sweet, strong, it gave me a leg up. Yeah, and the fact that I was single, so they were trying to, you know, showmance me for sure. Yeah. No, Big Brother isn't scripted. But some of when did me and MJ talk last night? The show is not scripted, but this is how it goes. For the most part, you'll get in the DR and they'll be like, okay, tell me that conversation you had with Mackenzie. Mackenzie and I think that, no, this is how it would really go. The producers would ask, tell me the conversation between you and Mackenzie. I'd go in the diary room and be like, is Cam playing us? Is Cam actually playing? There's no way he could be this bad at this game. There's no, I must be getting punked. There's no way that Cam Sullivan Brown is this bad at BB Comics. There's no way he took breaks. There's absolutely no way. So Mackenzie and I are frustrated at this point. We want to throw up on the block. So I just spit off the cuff, right? They let me talk. Then they'll say, okay, we're going to try to condense this. Can you say it like this? Mackenzie and I are starting to have some concerns because of Cam's performance. So they try to take as much as, what you're giving off and condense it for TV. So there are some elements in their storytelling that they want us to say certain things to, number one, shorten the story, but also two, connect the pieces for whatever they're editing. Does that make sense? So that is like the most scripted that it is. Other than that, what you see is what you get. We didn't get time to explore, no, unfortunately. We would have loved to. But does that make sense? I still talk to pretty much everybody on my cast. If I see them, we'll talk. There's others I talk to consistently, but everybody on my cast I am in relation with in some way, shape, or form. How many times did I have to do the cart race? I don't know how many times, but I was there for like 3 hours. They give us leg money. So if you have to travel train, plane, taxi, they give you leg money. Yeah. It was exhausting, you guys. They cut out so much. They cut out so much of the race. You don't see so much, which I understand. You have to condense everybody's stories into an hour and a half. I get it. It's not their fault. I'm just saying so much context that's missing. Was I sore the next day? My fingers were I truly thought I broke my fingers. They had to get medics on it after. Bloody. See if I have any scars still. No, I think my scars are gone. Legs sore. Then what? You smell like fish. We filleted fish before that, so I'm going down this hill and don't tell you is that you don't get a washer or dryer. You don't get to take off your clothes at the end of the race when you get back to the hotel, when your shoes are soaking wet and you smell like monkfish, and say, hey, producers, can you please, wash my chonies, wash my clothes, wash my jacket that literally reeks of monkfish? No, what you got to do after you race the whole day, you got to go back to the hotel and you got to wash your own damn underwear in the sink. But I had to wash everything in the shower because everything smelled like fish. My hair under my nails, my nose ring. I'm like, what? It was very hard. If you got blocked on Twitter, it was probably for a reason, unfortunately. I've just been dragged through the mud, and I'm very particular about what I'm allowing myself to see and hear, and just trying to protect my heart. So I don't become like the very thing people want to see, like a mean, hateful, angry woman. I don't want to become that. So I do, if I block somebody, it's for a good reason, and I'm trying to protect myself. Yeah, and if there's anybody in here that thinks that I hate anybody, then you clearly don't know who I am, and I am not going to sit here trying to justify anything or prove anything. My actions from the moment that y'all have met me till now have shown that hate is not something that resides in my heart. Okay, so Of course, you guys want to know who I'm dating. My dad's pronunciation of Croatia was hilarious. He's adorable. He didn't pronounce anything right the whole race. Yeah, you have to ask people for their phones while you're racing. Yeah, for sure. Go ask him if we're dating. Why does ever have to ask me? Can you tell what they're trying to piece by the questions they ask in the DR? Camden, that's a great question. Yeah, it took me too long to piece that together, but like after maybe a month, I was like, okay, you're asking me this. I gotta ask this, then that must mean that this means this and that. So yeah, I'm internally trying to figure out what the questions that are being asked tell me. Yeah. I raced down the hill for 3 hours. I don't know how many times. I would do the challenge. The race was worth it. I would do it again, guys. I would do it again. My dad is precious. Very, very precious. My mom and I call you all the time. You said, what in the everlasting on BB? It was great. When did I say that? Chelsea, that's so funny. I loved Keanu this season. Did you feel bad for Rubina and her sister, even Izzy and her wife? They're not married yet, although, you know, we're waiting. We're waiting. Izzy, Paige, somebody. Yeah, those are my girls, all 4 of them. And they're the people I'm probably closest to post-race. Like, when it comes to that cast, is like Izzy, Paige, Rubina, and Christine. Well, Rena and I obviously were, but the ones that we gained friendship closest with is Izzy and Paige and Christine. So it was tough. It's tough now watching back. I was just glad that that I survived. Billy, this is not the time or place. I will unfortunately block you. I will block you. Who did you think was gonna win Big Brother? I thought Morgan was gonna win Big Brother. Yeah, guys, you're right. Don't worry, I blocked him. It's just like, I blocked him. Some people just want to go in here, like, some people, like, Kennedy. Yes. That's not Kennedy. I'm gonna come say hi to the people online. Hey, would you, this is who if I were to go on the race again, I would bring Jeremiah.
Yeah, 100%.
Not Dad and his... and his ankles and his kneecap. Oh yeah, so all I was saying is people, it's so crazy. People go online and create these like they specifically go online just to tear people down. Like that's how they choose to use their time, is to go online and rip people apart. Yeah. Yeah, my dad's kneecaps are messed up. Dude, Jeremiah would have killed it, but Jeremiah he just became a firefighter in January, like off of probation this January. So he's like a legit firefighter. So I couldn't risk, he couldn't leave work for a whole month, number one. My dad's been on the job for 30 years. But also I didn't want to risk him getting injured on the race and it affecting, you know, how hard he's worked as a firefighter. He too is an LA City firefighter. My brother is a cutie pie. Has Joseph asked you on a date yet? Guys, we're not talking about that. My brother is taken. Yeah. Drinking a little more, I'm blushing. You guys are so... I think I'm getting filtered. Carla J. I'm not sure. I'm not filtering anybody. Guys, I was just talking to my friend last night, and I was like, I'm the type, because of like how the public's been just treating me lately. I'm like, and just I've been like this. I'm the type that people will know that I'm with somebody when I post pictures of our kids. Like, we've already been 4 or 5 years married, and I'm posting like, oh, you know, Ocean Blue. People think that's an ugly name, but I think Ocean's a cute name. Ocean is born. They're like, what? Oh, wait, I didn't even know you were married. And I'd be like, yeah, I've been married for 5 years. Yeah. Oh, you be TikTok. What's up, Alan? Alan, you can't even talk about me. Y'all, Alan is in the building. One of the best young adult pastors that I know. Alan Walters, you're sitting here going viral on TikTok. You can't even talk about me. I'm hopping here in this TikTok because an episode of Amazing Race just popped on. That's all. But I want the control. Thanks, Jacob. Any advice for atheists? DM me, because that's a heavy, it's not like a piece of advice, but I would love to talk. Yeah. If I were to be on Traders, what would your strategy be? I can't say that. Y'all know when I get that call. Oh, invite Joseph. Get on, Joseph. Get on now. But I want the control. Yeah, so CBS, when you go on Big Brother, you have a 2-year contract. So I'm still under that contract. It's only been a year since I've been on Big Brother. Which is insane. Doesn't it feel like 30? Which Quinn texted me tonight, speaking of Big Brother. He's so sweet. I'm obsessed. I think Joseph hopped off already. I was trying to get one of them on. Thanks, K. Blair. It's only been 1 year. Is that insane, Jessica? Insane. You can be let. I don't know. Contractually, I don't know. I'm not going to speak on that. I still talk to everybody on our season. How did we wash our clothes? I just told y'all. In the sink. I tried to add him. Let me see if I can add him. Auto accept request. Absolutely not. We are not gonna auto. Okay, I'm trying to I didn't have dinner. I just had like a juice because I haven't been feeling good. Oh, we're talking about on the race. Dude, I don't know how to add anybody on here. Joe Arc, Jaw 17. No, I love him. We ate whatever, like, you know, the hotel would have. Amazing Race and Big Brother are hard for different reasons. I don't know. I think I enjoyed them equally. Going on with my dad was a hard dynamic that I had to work through. I don't know. They're both hard. No, creating the cart took me like 20 minutes. Going down took me like 4 hours, 3 hours. Why were you the only girl to get 2 crates of beer in Prague? No.
And Alex Wagner.
We were the only team that got 3 crates. We got the most crates. I don't even ask me. You guys are so messy. I'm not. You guys are messy. Why you guys like this? Wanna know what movie I watched? Because I've been trying to say I need to make sure I watch every black movie, like every black rom-com, drama. You know, just black. I'm talking about black rom-coms like Love Is Blind. Love Is Blind. Oh Lord. Which, oh God. Love and Basketball, Love Jones, Brown Sugar, The Wood, Deliver Us from Eva, which I watched for the first time. Why'd I Get Married? Why'd I Get Married to? What is the Best Man Holiday? So last night I had never seen Deliver Us from Eva, and I'm so glad I did. I don't know, I mentioned that because it just popped up on my screen. Last Christmas, or this Christmas, dude. So I've been trying to, how did you feel about finally finishing the race at the end? Oh my gosh, such a relief. But I was in so much pain. I know, Georgie, that was the first time I watched that one. I'm so embarrassed for myself. Yes, I did see another Why Did I Get Married coming out. I'm trying to see who's going to go on this live, but guys, I don't know how to work this. Where have I been? I don't know. So I'm reading Keke Palmer's book, or Lauren. Her real name is Lauren. She'd like to be called Lauren. Lauren's book called Master of Me, and she had talked about the influence that these movies had on her. She's going down the list, and I'm like, oh, these are great. Like, I've seen all these. And then she said, Deliver Us from Eva. And I'm like, what is that? Then I read it in another book, and I'm like, I gotta watch this. Amazing Race has been filmed. Taylor! Hell, you guys, I feel like I haven't seen Taylor in like 10,000 years, and it's just, I'm just not well. Taylor, I'm trying to get some people to talk about this freaking race. That was the death of me. I don't know how long it took for Christine or the Chata sisters to get down. I have no idea. I just knew it would take me 3 hours. I can never... Oh, sorry. Sorry, Tay. Sorry. Incognito is crazy. Which, you guys, Taylor is judging Miss Teen USA, I believe. And she's just perfect for that. Hosting and talking and all the things. She's a great human. Oh, except there she is. There you are.
Yeah. Oh.
You can't go incognito on me, bro.
I can't go incognito. You can't jump in anybody's live in a second. Taylor Hale has entered the chat. Like, what is he just talking about?
I'm loving the chat.
I know you don't have to tap into it, but like I want to see the comments too, so you know. Anyway.
That's hilarious. Y'all, the queen is in the chat. Are you in? You're out of town right now, right?
I'm in Reno Tahoe.
Reno? When do you start working in all the things? You have Benji?
I brought Benji. It's Auntie Chelsea, Baba. Say
hi, Benji. I miss you. I would have kept him.
It's been like over a year.
It's been over a year?
Yeah, since you've seen him, I think. Or like
no, you brought him to brunch when we were out there for
when he was being a menace.
Yes, I'm obsessed with him. Okay, how are we feeling about this episode?
Girl. This has been my, like, I will say this is the point in the race. I'm like, do I want to mind what I say? Because I'm trying to keep my job. But
I mean, I want to say yes. Why would you say but no?
I know. I'll say this is the point in the race where, like, I know. You know how I feel, Benji. I was already feeling like, damn, like, there are disadvantages for guys on this race that, like, there's just clear advantages that men have when they run the race.
Yeah.
And like, this leg in particular is when I was like, I was starting to get a little disillusioned with Amazing Race. And that sucked because, like, I love doing the Amazing Race, but you know, just like being a woman on the race and doing all these different legs, I was like, this, if I was partnered with a woman, we would be out. We would have already been out.
Yeah.
Like, and I think there's a lot of points where I felt like, I think you see it in the episode. Like, I very specifically call out the ways that there's gender imbalances on here, but I'm also struggling with benefiting from
Yeah.
the patriarchy in this. Like, I have a able-bodied, young, fit man who is my partner, and so I get to rise literally within 2 legs from 9th place to 2nd place because I have that strength right beside me. But what's the consequence of that? I'm literally seeing all the female teams, and even you, like a female and an older male team, fall to the back, and all the young, fit guys rise to the top. So I'm like, how do I stay in this competition and keep that competitive spirit while also grappling with feeling like this is shitty. Like, this is a really shitty feeling to see that happen.
And I think both things can be true at the same time, where it's like you're competitive and you want to keep that edge because you want to win, but also like, I'm starting to see this pattern of women just keep
noticing. Hashtag
yes.
noticing.
Yes. Like noticing like heavy. And it just gets crazier as a race. Oh, I can't wait for these next couple episodes. I just can't wait because it's just gonna, if things are aired, everything that's aired, it's just gonna reveal a bigger conversation that hopefully it shifts. Because yeah, there's gender imbalances, but I think they can fix that with the competitions that they have us do, so they can level out some of this stuff to where it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl. Like carrying friggin' fishnets across Croatia, you clearly know that's going to be hard.
It was so crazy because when we opened up the clue, Kylan was like, great, let's do the fishnets. And I was like, no. Like, I will hold us back in that. And even, like, you were at when we were cutting the fish, when Tucker and Eric, I'll tell you, Roadrunner, Speedy Gonzalez, and the camera guy gets in my face and said, so what happened? What did you just see? I was like, Tucker and Eric just zoomed past us. They did I was like, they did the task where you pick up the heavy thing and you drop it off. Of course they were going to come in fast and first at that. And then we saw Joseph and Adam and Jag and Jazz pass. And I was like, this is so frustrating. And what team was the first team to leave the fish? A double female team.
Yep.
Those were the top teams going in there. The strong guys that can pick stuff up and carry it a long way. Not saying it was easy for them, but easier for them than any of us.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like a more stereotypically feminine task, a double female team gets it done first. And they're the first one from our detour to go to the double U-turn board.
And then they have to go to, after they get U-turn, have to do this heavy fishnet thing. They then have to go and do another physically demanding. Those carts were, I don't care what nobody says, that thing was hard. If you're using all of your arms, and the heavier you are, the easier it is because you have momentum. So they're going from one physically demanding challenge to the next.
Yeah.
And it's just set up for one of them to go home easily.
Yeah. And that's not even to say, like, because I think about this a lot, right? I'm like, I'm not trying to think just in the terms of boy, girl, because there are gay men that run the race that are maybe a little more feminine. There are queer women that run the race that are maybe a little more masculine. Yeah. But there are aspects of this race that either lean into stereotypes between the gender imbalance that can occur. And like, it just gets frustrating because why would you not want to equalize this as much as possible? And seeing, like, again, we go to building and we say, oh, it's building, Kylan, you got this, go do it. And we got out, we got there 5th place, we left and got 2nd place at the mat.
Second, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the last 3 standing were you and 2 other female teams.
2 other female teams. Yeah.
When you kept getting, how many times, I mean, at least it was shown in the episode, when you were like, I'm 2 seconds off, I'm 1 second off, I'm 3 seconds off. I'm literally just thinking like, that is such a small matter of weight and wind.
I know. That's it. Literally, it was weight.
Yeah.
And my fingers getting ran over by their stand-ins.
Yeah,
But
mind you, Kylan thought those were actual people that he had to beat. And so I think he didn't know that they had GoPros on.
yeah.
And so I think like when Kylan made it on either his first or second, whatever the hell, when Kylan made it through, one of the, crew people, their hired people, actually got there before him, crossed the line for him. So he was like, oh my God, I have to do it again. And I was like, no, you're good. Let's go.
He didn't know he just had to be under 36
He thought he
seconds.
lost. He knew it had to be under 36 seconds, but he thought he also had to beat the people.
He crushed that.
Yeah. That man
Like
is...
the building and the writing.
Yeah.
They didn't air when I built mine. I felt so confident, and as soon as I got in the car and rolled down, the whole thing collapsed. The whole entire thing. They didn't show it, which I'm grateful. They showed it not.
With Jag too. That was like really crazy to watch because Jag.
What are they talking about in chat BCC? Did Jag saying that Kylan helped him with his screws? Like, what is that?
So Jag got to the bottom, and I think like as he was going down, he was losing screws and parts left and right, like a cartoon, just like doom, 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 doom. And so he had to pick up, the cart, and we didn't realize what happened for a while, but he was kind of like walking around, looking down, and I was like, what is he doing? And Jazz was like, oh, like, sorry, I just like buffered for a second. They were like, oh, like you gotta pick up the screws. And so he's like picking up the screws, and then he goes up a little bit and he's picking up more screws. And I was like, damn, did he really lose that many screws doing this? That's crazy. And so I couldn't see, like you guys hit a turn or whatever on the way up the hill.
On the way up.
I guess he was still picking stuff up there. And that's when Kylan had to be like, damn, let me help you too, like I'm just trying to go.
Because if he's just sitting there in the middle of the road, we can't race.
Yeah.
But everybody's screws were coming off because the cobblestone, those things, that was one of the hardest things I think I did up until this point, was that stupid, I hated it so much. I hated it so much. And my dad's just screaming at me, go. I'm like, what do you think I'm trying to do? I'm trying to go. Jack, you go.
Jack is like one of my favorite people ever. He's I'm just waiting for this one specific thing to happen that is not aired because cameras were not around, but I cannot wait to tell this one thing. It's like my favorite with Jack. I'm just
I don't even like
it's just whenever I'll say this, whenever a room is too hot, I say exactly what your dad said, and I just burst into tears laughing. It was like my favorite thing. But we'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah, because I'm like, what are you talking about? I have no idea. But my dad has quite a few moments on this race that I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to kill this man. But it's gonna get. He's hilarious. He's meant for this. He really was.
I think he and Izzy are like the two funniest people on this.
Oh, Izzy's so hilarious, and Natalie too.
Natalie's funny. She's so funny.
Natalie is hilarious. She's like, I saw my time. I saw it. I'm like, Natalie,
what she said. Hand out for the clue. I saw my time. I
love her so
What
much.
was it? It has to lie flat. It has to lie flat. It has to lie flat. It has to lie flat.
I love her so much.
Man.
I mean, can we talk about Hannah and Simone, their exit?
I don't want to. We can talk about it now though. Okay, so when we got to our hotel room, so I'll give you a little behind the scenes. Little tea. So when we finished in second place, when you get to a pit stop, you gotta like break it down. When you get to a pit stop, there's like a little snack area that you get escorted to, where you can pick up snacks, you have to sign off paperwork, and then they'll escort you to a shuttle, or sometimes you'll walk off to a little area to do your interview about the entire leg. And so for this leg, we had like in that old medieval tower that you saw, they took us to a room inside that tower for snacks, sandwiches, paperwork. And so we finished so close behind Tucker and Eric that they were still in there. And so we get on the same shuttle as Tucker and Eric to go do our interviews. So we're off, like on the shuttle in a totally different location. We have no idea. No, we knew Jag and Jazz was behind us because we saw them. Like they ran all the way up the tower and we're like Timbuktu. Literally, we were on the mat, and they're up here like, "Hey guys!" And we're like, "You gotta go that
So
way,
funny.
and then you gotta go down that, and then you gotta make another turn, and then you gotta go up." So, but by the time we cleared the mat, it was gonna be a while. So anyway, we get in a shuttle with Tucker and Eric. Mind you, when we walk in and see Tucker and Eric, they're like, "Congrats, guys!" We're like, "We're so happy to see you."
I'm staying out of it.
We were happy. We were happy to see them. Color me surprised. So anyway, I'm taking a long time to get to Hannah and Simone. So we go in a shuttle. We're off on another location to do the interviews, which you remember, Chelsea. And so we only saw Tucker and Eric, and then us during the interviews, and then we saw Jag and Jazz come in and get placed for their interview as we were finishing ours. So those are the only two that we knew where they placed whatever. And so for our, we had like one day off, I think, before the next day. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're in the hotel, and we're like, okay, so what do you think happened? I peeked my head out on the window, looking right and left. I was like, maybe.
Of course you
Well,
did.
the one time I did. It was the one time I did. I was like, maybe some other people will be out there. Ain't nobody on the windows.
Nobody.
Nobody. I'm like trying to listen in the hallway, like what voices do I hear? And so we were like, okay, so Izzy and Paige and Rubina and Christine were the ones that got U-turned. So Rubina and Christine are definitely the ones that went home between the two of them, because Izzy and Paige are a really strong team. Like, yeah, that's definitely what happened. And then I remember on our off day, it just kind of hit Kylan, just out of nowhere. Like, That's So Raven Vision. He was like, oh my God, Hannah and Simone could have gone home. And I was like, what? No, that could never happen. He was like, no, like that building challenge. Like, I don't know. I think Simone probably did it. And Simone's like not a builder. I could see her struggling with it. And I was like, quit worrying. I don't think so. And he's like, I don't know. I was like, it's Christina Ravine. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yes, we thought it was. Here's the thing. I put my ear to the door because I too was trying to see who got eliminated. So my ears to the door trying to hear voices because we heard somebody get back to the hotel. But we heard Simone and
Chat BCC talking about what's the tomato emoji mean?
oh my dad?
Yes.
No, Dad, get off the internet. Oh my God. I can't take him nowhere.
Anyway. Wait, I'm old school. What does the tomato emoji mean? It means boo.
I don't know, you guys.
That's old school for you. Throwing tomatoes, baby.
My God, see, who let him into the chat? We don't know. So, anyways, I hear Simone and Hannah, and I'm thinking, oh, definitely Rubina and Christine got eliminated. That's what I thought because I heard, but I forgot everybody goes back to the hotel regardless of if you win or lose. Yeah. So it was just watching that was so devastating. I am not okay.
No, that sucked. And like, even with I did not think they were going to put the little comment that I said about like, made you sick to my stomach and, at the actual U-turn board. And I was like, oh, it's only getting targeted. Because it was at that interview. Well, first.
Oh, God.
First, when we got to the U-turn board, obviously I'm happy that I'm not U-turned. But I see who's U-turned, and I hit the U-turn board. I go, fuck! It was.
I wish they showed that.
But here's the thing: when I think about it, like, and even in just the things I'm getting tagged in, like Chat BCC, very positive, right? Like, yes, call it out. Yeah, everywhere else, social media, it's like, what are you complaining for? And all the rest of the teams in the back were majority women. What did you expect them to do? You're making a whole performative thing about sexism. And I'm like, I'm just acknowledging something, but also being frustrated that I benefit from it, but also calling something out.
Yeah.
But I think that if they put all of that like raw anger that I expressed into it, it wouldn't make sense given the position that we were
in.
Yeah.
I agree.
And that's the narrative. Like, what's more important is Kylan and I went in there freshly, top of the pack, jumped to second place. So like a small nod at my frustration is important, but the actual rage that I showed, because
They didn't air it.
baby, I hit the fuck out of that board. I said,
I wish, but I think, you know, there's saving up some stuff for what might be shown in the future. So I think they're working up the storytelling also. Yeah.
it's an edited show, so I don't know. We gonna see.
We gonna see. People legit think that we're racing. Some people are like, we thought you were in Europe. I'm like, this has to be a joke.
Yeah. It would be interesting if it were in real time, but no, we did this in March.
This is not Big Brother. Yeah, March to April.
They filmed 39 just now. They just finished wrapping like a couple days ago.
Yes. And like the stuff that they're doing, insanely dope. And we're sitting here like I remember all of us on the European adventure. We were like, we all looked at each other like, and what else?
He said, okay, Phil goes, you racers will be racing through Europe. We said,
we like, we all, nobody clapped.
Did you say, where else did you say we're going?
Europe.
Oh, okay.
We were so, we were expecting differently. We're grateful, but we are expecting differently.
He said, do you remember, oh my God, I'll never forget this. Do you remember at the start line when, so Phil says like a lot of kind of filler stuff to pad the episode or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he said something like, these racers will be racing through Europe, what do you say, like the birthplace of civilization.
Yes.
And we were all, mind you, super, super diverse cast. We were all like, ew. We were like, I don't like that. Literally, everyone's like, yuck. Oh, that's weird. Ew. I don't like that. And then you hear him do another take where he's like, I think he said like, Europe, the birthplace of democracy.
Yes.
And then I think he goes like, Europe, one of the most diverse continents in the world.
They were probably like, oh, it's going to be a long season with these jokers. That is so funny. Yeah, because nobody reacted. Everybody was like,
we said, ew.
Did you expect us to, like, throw confetti? No. Oh, my God. That's when Phil knew, this is about to be a cast.
Yeah.
That's when we should have knew things about to get crazy.
Oh, my God. Did you and your dad, it's weird calling your dad Jack to your face. You know? Did you and your dad get lost going from go-karts to the pit stop?
No, because we were there for so long. A lady was a fan of the show. She knew me. She was like, I'm going to go. She looks up the place. She's like, I'm going to go to the pit stop. And I'm going to write down the exact directions for you guys. So she left. And it took me that long. She left to go find where the pit stop is. She runs all the way back and gives my dad exact. Now, we ran past it, like maybe 10 feet past it.
Well, you
and I'm
like, a little bit.
Yeah, we ran like right when you go out that fort, right past the police guy, right out the fort, and there's like the street. We ran in the street and then turned back around and saw it. So, but she gave us exact directions on where to go. We did not get lost like Joseph. What were Joseph and Adam doing? Climbing to the very top of the highest fort?
Okay. So, again, so when Tucker, Eric, and Kyle and I were being escorted over to the whatever, this side, it was like an annoying filming location for our interviews. We had to take a shuttle to another place that was by the cliffs, by the water, by whatever. So we're off to the side waiting on the shuttle. On one side in front of me, I see Christine and Rubina with the net and the chum. And so like Tucker, was it Tucker that like had, here go Joseph.
Oh God.
The culprit himself.
We're talking about you.
Tucker, I think it was Tucker, had the net like over one shoulder. Here you go.
There you
There
are.
you go.
Yo, oh my god, I have tears, man. That was tough. I'm such an
That
ass.
was so tough.
Dude,
The
Hannah and
teams that
Simone are
you
so
turned were in the
sweet. Chelsea,
back.
even you, that was rough. Oh my
was
god, of course the one time me and Adam, like our friends and family surprised us with a watch party, when they saw us U-turn, we got booed so hard. We were like, ah!
Like the Mr. Krabs meme.
Oh my god, no, our dad already saw it and he was like, why are you, shame on you. I was like, oh, Baba, please, you don't understand the dynamic. By the way, our connection cut out. Did they show Rubina, and we missed like the first half, did they show Rubina and Christine steal our taxi?
No.
I missed the first like 30 minutes. I didn't see
No. It was real. Oh, I mean, I won't spill the tea on the airport situation, but if y'all want Joseph, you don't work for Paramount. You want to tell the people how the airport works this time?
Oh, how the flight there? Oh, don't.
Wait,
Yeah.
what happened?
Well, no, because like,
What do you mean what happened, Chelsea? You were there.
well, I mean, yeah,
I
the
can't remember.
turbulence was crazy, but I'm talking about how like it was a unique flight.
What do you unique in the fact that we were all praying for our lives? That
Oh, we landed? Yeah, we almost died.
Okay,
That
yes, it was but I'm talking about you're not picking up. He's not picking up. I'm putting it
he's
down.
not. Neither
No.
am I. What happened?
Oh,
yeah, I don't.
you remember like it was a
No.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I said Joseph, you did the girls wrong. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. So there, I know I'm actually so heartbroken. So me and Adam, for
At what he
you
did.
guys don't realize, they make the edit really quick. So we're arguing with Jag and Jas. We start to be like, okay, we shouldn't U-turn anyone. Let's go. Jag and Jas go, no, we're U-turning Izzy and Paige, and we're like, no. If you're gonna U-turn Izzy and Paige, then we're gonna U-turn somebody to save Izzy and Paige because we like Izzy and Paige. So we're also thinking of Hannah and Simone. Taylor, you're behind me. So I'm also thinking if I don't fill this board, Taylor's gonna get put up on here. So Jag and Jas, it's a blitz of a second. They're like, you guys need to make a decision. We're doing Izzy and Paige, and they were like, then you guys just have to do Rubina and Christine. And me and Adam were like, well, we don't want to do that either. But then, quickly, which I don't think they got this shot, me and Adam on our way to Dubrovnik, we had a taxi. Christine and Rubina jump in the taxi and steal it from us. Me and Adam are putting our backpacks in the trunk. They jump in it and they tell the taxi driver to go. And me and Adam have to pull our backpacks out, and we're standing there stranded. And we were like, oh damn, they're playing tough.
and they're small and quick.
Quick.
Yeah.
So me and Adam were like, we watched them just bolt. So we were like, oh, okay, like they're playing. We respected it. We didn't even knock it. We were like, good for them. Like if you can steal a taxi, steal a taxi. But now when we're at the U-turn board, we're thinking of Hannah and Simone, who we're watching suffer. Taylor, we're thinking of you as well, who's right behind me, which I don't know where you're at, Taylor. So I'm like, if anyone gets to this board, Chelsea included, I was like, she's probably going to be like, there's too many winners on this season. Boom,
Fair.
Taylor. So I was like, and I was like, I got to throw a lifeline to Izzy and Paige. I got to try and help Hannah and Simone and as well as Taylor. And I'm also thinking Tucker's in the lead. And I'm like, you know what? This showman, Tucker and Rubina are locked in. You know what? There ain't enough room for too many big brother
I
romance.
guess that's the only.
So that's kind of what's going through our mind, and they're not showing it, but the whole time, me and Adam are going back and forth with Jag and Jas. We're like, hey, if we get to that U-turn board, like we should debate, like just letting this kind of play out.
Oh.
Just get disconnected. They basically told us like we're going with Izzy and Paige, and we're telling them like if you do that, we're basically gonna have to throw them a lifeline. And that's kind of what happens when we get there at this point in the game. Chelsea, I don't know if I even told you this right before this on one of the trains. I had a really emotional conversation with your dad. And he was just telling us about, I don't know if he ever told you this, but I haven't really had a chance to talk to Rubina and Christine yet. And I had a really emotional conversation with your dad, and he was telling me about how much this meant for him to race with his daughter and like him putting himself out here and how hard it is for him and like how he really is like excited. He was talking about your siblings and how much you guys all mean to him. So I'm like, I can't put Jack up there right now. Like I was like, I don't know if that man big brothered me. I don't know what it was. But he was like, you know, growing up as a firefighter, like I was always busy, and he was just telling me so much about your guys' childhood and how much this means to him. Yeah, we had a really emotional connection. He was talking about your brother. He was talking about you guys. And me and him really connected on that train ride, which of course they can't put this all in the edit. So I was like, I'm not putting my man Jack out there. He needs to spend more time with his daughter. I was like, my man Jack got to spend time with his daughter. And then I'm thinking, but then I was also like, I wouldn't put it past Chelsea to get to this board and be like, nah, like I won Big Brother. I know how this goes. I'm gonna.
I knew that I was gonna put up easily Jack, because Izzy and Paige and I talked about it at the airport as we were boarding. We were like whispering each other's ear. If we get to the U-turn, who are we gonna do? I said Jag, Jazz, or Eric and Tucker. I think people assumed me and Tucker were working together, and we weren't.
Yeah.
I was gonna put all of them up simply because they kept finishing first and second.
Yeah, we thought BB26, we thought you, Rubina, and Tucker were like somewhat working together, like not locked in, but in some capacity looking out for each other. And then for us, it was obviously we were looking out for Taylor. We were also looking out for Hannah Simone. Honestly, we by extension, me and Adam, Izzy and Paige were never. We just respected Izzy and Paige so much. I mean, you guys remember this? Those two were running their own damn race. They had the least connections. They were minding their business. You guys had 26. We all had somewhat of connections. But Izzy and Paige were really genuinely on the outskirts. Like most of the time in the train rides and everything, those two, and me and Adam would watch that. And Adam really loved Izzy and Paige. Like he didn't really know the dynamics of all of us. And he goes, I don't really know the Izzy and Paige duo, but I have so much respect for them because they are doing their own thing. So when Jag and Jas were like, we're going for Izzy and Paige, Adam and me looked at it and we were like, we cannot leave them just stranded like that. Like they've been working so hard. They have the least connections here. Like we have to throw them a lifeline. And then determining then the second thing we're thinking of is we're like, if we let Chelsea get to this U-turn board, she can do Hannah and Simone. Because remember, you're BB26. So we were like, she might do Hannah Simone. She might do Taylor Kyland. Like we were like, we got to fill up this space.
Dang. I would have said, but then, with the teams left, because
for the plot, it made sense. Like, for the drama, for the plot of it, it made sense for, like, either Jag and Jazz to U-turn Izzy and Paige or vice versa. But for the actual cards on the table, I think it would have been the smartest move if Jag and Jazz U-turned Tucker and Eric, because they already hit the board and left. So it wouldn't matter. So you burn that space, and then you have you, Joseph and Adam, U-turn any team.
I think if they burned the board, we wouldn't have U-turned anyone. We would have just kept running. The only way we would maybe, if Jag and Jazz passed us, we maybe would burn it as well to protect you and Hannah and Simone. Yeah. So, but once Izzy and Paige were left out to dry, me and Adam looked at each other, and because they're not showing this, but the whole time Jag and Jazz are like, if we get to the board and we can U-turn Izzy and Paige, then we're going to do that. And me and Adam are pushing back on that, but they're not really being receptive to it. And when they get to the board, me and Adam agree. We're like, we need to figure it out. If Izzy and Paige are U-turned, we're throwing them a lifeline. Like, regardless, we have to put another team in there. And that's why
it stemmed from a personal U-turn, and then the following decisions ended up being strategy. But depending on if you guys or you guys or Jag and Jazz hit the board first, it could have been either of you U-turning Tucker and Eric, and then one of you U-turning the other team. Like, either if you guys U-turn Jag and Jazz. And then that, clears the board, nobody has ball in their hands. And
yes. And so because it was so chaotic, and I'll never forget that moment. The waves are crashing, Natalie and Stephanie are like, we're leaving. Then me and Adam say we're leaving too, which doesn't make the edit. We basically go, we're going with Natalie, Stephanie. Jag and Jazz goes, okay, we're doing Izzy and Paige. And if we're going to do Izzy and Paige, knowing we kind of agreed if they do a team, we're then going to throw a lifeline in some capacity. They were like, okay, then you guys have to do Rubina and Christine. Because we kind of already mapped it out. Like, if you guys are going to do Izzy and Paige, we're going to do Rubina and Christine. Or we're going to just all leave this board. Like, it's up to you. Like, we were not going to let Izzy and Paige and watching how bad Hannah and Simone were struggling, not throw lifelines. Like at this point, and a huge reason, I cannot believe they don't air this, they were asking us the whole race, even in our post, how do you guys feel getting a taxi stolen from you? Like, that's low key between us Big Brother people. Like that's grounds to be like, okay, so you playing. Like full blown. Even Rubina.
Did they see you guys though?
Yes. No, they full blown were just like, it's the race. Like we laugh about it. I wrote it to her in the chat, BCC. I was like, you don't remember stealing my taxi? Like we the whole time, it was a storyline. Like right when we got in the taxi, they turned around. They were like, boys, how do you feel that you lost first because you lost your taxi? And we were like, damn, like, you guys going to put salt in the wound? Like, so to us, we were just like, okay, Rubina and Christine are playing cutthroat. They're also very connected to Tucker and Eric, who are, like, two amazing competitors. So when we get to this U-turn board, we're just kind of like, and again, Rubina and Christine are playing well. Like, they're placing, on average, like, fairly close to us, if not better. So we have, like, complete respect for them and them stealing our taxi. We're like, okay, well, we're not, they're playing. Like, good for them. So we were just, and another thing, I was like, I ain't leaving this board to Chelsea. I was like, I see what this girl does. I was like, I see what this girl does. If you leave her just in, she be winning things. I was like, I'm not gonna let Chelsea have a power. I'm respectfully. I was like, I'm not gonna have Chelsea have a power. But alternatively, I was like, Jack needs more time with his daughter. Like this man is here.
Yes, like Dad saved us. Praise
And by the way, Jack was like complaining about how bad his knees were, and I mean, he's made comments about it in the in the show where he's like, I've watched Jack, by the way, because people are like, Jack would full blown be like, I'm not doing this because I don't feel like it and I'm in pain. Chelsea, you're up. Like, I was like,
the whole race, y'all. The whole race. He hurt his Achilles. He hurt both his kneecaps, leg 2, and then he hurt his Achilles, leg 4. So right before this leg. So we'd get back to the hotel immediately. This dude is iced up from head to toe. Like he was not well the first half of the race, and then it was just bad. So yes, he was struggling very bad.
Yeah.
There would be no chance. You're doing this because I can't.
How old is he?
57.
That's what I'm saying. My knees were hurting. Like I was complaining about my knees.
I know. That's fair.
God, no. Kylan had to like dig in and get all the knots out of my body after the legs. I was like screaming into a pillow in pain because my body was so jacked up after all these legs. It was,
it's hard for young people who are in shape and healthy, let alone somebody in their 50s.
It was very difficult. Yeah, my body was aching. Like I was begging for ibuprofen, like medicine. I was in so much pain. And what's another thing I was so interested they didn't show, which really played in a lot this episode, was Adam's blood sugar. I don't know. I didn't really see you guys. I don't know if I remember telling you this, Chelsea, but Adam's blood sugar if you notice, I'm carrying all the nets and Adam's like, can I help you? His sugar crashed on this race. It was so bad specifically here that Adam, when we had to do the nets, he was like, please let me help you. And I could hear his alarm going off. So Adam has like a beep that means it's an emergency. And I could hear the beep, but he's pretending that that's not going on. So I was like, Adam, don't touch anything. Don't hold anything. Please just drink your sugar and go. So that was factoring into like a lot of when me and him were trying to determine, like, for example, Adam was supposed to do carts. But the reason when we got there, he was like, Yusuf, I need time to get my sugar up. I can't do the competition. So we agreed that he would do whatever the upcoming challenge is. But when we got there, he was like, I'm sorry, we've been running so much all day that like my sugar's really low. I can't focus. So that's how I end up doing the cart. And so we just, between that and then the navigation and the chaos, like I think in the next episode, which hopefully they'll show, this is around the time we have to trash Adam's backpack because this leg was so difficult with his, due to his blood sugar being so low. And when I had the nets and Adam's blood sugar was low, I was like, give me your backpack, give me the nets, like give me everything. So we then realized like we cannot have Adam holding a backpack. Like when his sugar goes low, he needs to be like re-energizing and still moving. He shouldn't have any weight on him. And I was surprised none of that was factored in because next episode, if you notice, we won't have that second backpack. which is really going to limit our supplies because we had to consolidate everything into one.
Yeah,
You guys had to consolidate before the race even started, right?
Yeah, because we're carrying all of Adam's medicine. So Adam's backpack right now is just full of his medicine. And then our backpack is just whatever clothes me and him can fit with supplies in one backpack. So then next leg, when right now we're trashing Adam's backpack and moving all his medicine into mine, which means we have to trash a ton of our clothes and some of our food and supplies so we can fit the medicine and our clothes. So going forward, you will notice me and Adam are wearing like the same exact thing from this leg forward.
I mean, I was now.
Yeah, you guys were rocking the purple too. Like that was a. By the way, Chelsea, shout out to you for the. I remember you telling me you were going down that a lot. Like honestly, just shout out to all the ladies at the end of this. That was a tough leg, especially the weight dynamic that we didn't like. People weren't factoring in, and you guys, it was difficult for. I mean, even like I can't even imagine what you guys were dealing with because even for the guys, like we're heavier and we were moving a little quicker. And I made it with like 0.1 second, which they didn't show. My cart exploded.
They didn't show mine either. So
Yours Yeah, no, I'm not joking, Taylor. I'm seriously not joking. I was laying on the floor, like you know in Family Guy when someone like falls and their hands behind the back. I crashed into the wall and crashed because I was gonna crash. I no joke, I was gonna crash out because I destroyed my cart. I'm looking at my cart in pieces. I don't know if I made it, and our cart's like broken to a bunch of pieces. And I'm laying there and I'm like, if I don't hear Adam scream, I'm going to cry because I can't build another cart. Like, there's just no way we're going to. And I hear Adam go, yeah! And that's when you see me run and hug the lady. I hugged her because I was like, oh my God, like, we're still in the game.
Even building the cart was kind of difficult because the example wasn't necessarily how it, like, built the same as how
Y'all see his dog?
Oh, Benji boy! Benji boy
He sees dogs and Charmin bears and he goes crazy.
Oh, Benji boy.
What?
Pick him up, Taylor. Pick him up. Come here, Benji. Please.
No, he's got the Charmin bears are on. That's his show.
He's so cute. Make him do the little dance thing I do with him.
Crazy work.
Benji, come dance.
Benji. Okay, Benji, there's no more dogs. Benji,
come dance.
come here, Baba.
Benji, come here. Yeah, Benji.
Like my show is about shut up, y'all. I'm
Yeah,
focused.
shut up.
Benji, come here.
Yeah, him not. Benji.
Look,
Oh, he's locked in. He usually is like ready to go.
Yeah.
Taylor, make him dance. Make him do the little dancing thing.
Okay, I'll show you when he starts dancing.
Okay, yeah, when he's too distracted right now.
Okay, I'll show you how he does it though. He's standing on the floor.
Yeah, please, Benji. Benji, dance. Come on, Benji. He always.
not Benji dancing.
Yeah, he has this cute little wiggle we do every time I see him. Yeah, he's too hyped right now. He's not gonna.
Taylor's saying Charmin Bears is his show is crazy work.
Well, I love how Benji completely derailed our Tar conversation in 2 seconds.
I know, right?
Yeah, Benji completely derailed. What else was going on in behind the scenes on this episode? Which is another behind the scenes thing. I cannot believe they did not show me and Taylor. Adam in the raw.
Okay, wait.
Taylor,
This is what we were talking about.
that.
This is what we were just about to talk about when you came in. Okay. So
This is insane.
literally, okay, so we see. I have to tell it from my perspective first, and then you gotta tell your version. Okay.
This is so insane.
So we see back to where we were. We're off on the AirB space. We don't know who's around, but no, before that. So we're standing off on the side. After the little room where you get your snacks, when they had us stand off to the side to wait for our shuttles. We're literally crossed over a little bridge. We're out of the tower. And it's me, Kylan, Tucker, Eric, and our crews.
I'm never gonna forget
Coming
this.
towards me, I see Rubina and Christine carrying this heavy-ass net and bucket of chum. And I think that's when, for me, I was like, oh, fuck this. Like, because you see these tiny women.
Oh my God, I would have helped them if I saw them.
Like, watching Tucker and Eric haul ass with the bucket and the net, super impressive, but expected, right? Then you see these tiny, mighty women just, like,
Ugh, I love them too, so I was so upset. I swear if I caught them, I would have done it for them. I would have been like, sorry, I take it back.
You couldn't afford that. So you see them just like struggling with this net and the chum. And so when you finish your leg, you guys, you can't say anything to the teams that are still racing. So they're kind of like waddling by, looking so downtrodden. And I look over at Pepper and Eric and I was like, are you guys okay? That was really hard to watch. And they were like, just like they were stunned. Like it was really, really hard to see it. So we see that coming towards us. Then,
oh my god, Karma got us so good.
Then, thing 1 and thing 2 come running up behind
Tweedledee and Tweedledoo.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum come running up.
Flying. We are flying.
Yes. They're running. They cross over the bridge. So, mind you, for all of you who were watching the Croatia live feeds, the Dubrovnik live feeds, because I know y'all was out there. When you ran into Bokar Tower, there's a little area you had to turn and run to the left to go into the tower.
Correct.
If you kept going straight, you crossed over a bridge and further into... Basically, you were exiting Old Town Dubrovnik. You were in, like, Dubrovnik proper, basically.
Correct.
So, Joseph and Adam run right past the four of us.
Oh, my God.
And we're kind of on the side, like...
And one of you were, like, eating ice cream or something, too. Like, we're, like...
No, it was only the crew. The crew went over to get ice cream.
Oh, okay.
And they were eating ice cream in front of us. And I was like, damn, that looks kind of good. Anyway, so the Tweedledee and Tweedledum run over across the bridge, and we're like...
And they have to poker face us, so we fly. And keep in mind, we're looking around, so we're like, oh shit, we must be in the right area. Like, here's the winners.
Real close.
So there's a gate. Keep going.
Yeah. So we see Joseph and Adam talk to a tour group. A big group of people with a tour guide. And me and Colin were like, okay, they're going to get directions. They're like talking to a big group of people.
We're right by the tower. We are maybe inches away.
The tower is like, they passed the tower. You guys have passed the tower. You're over the bridge. You're on the other side. All you have to do
is U-turn.
Go back over the bridge at that point and make a right, and you're at the...
We're a couple feet away from Phil, basically.
No, you're not a couple feet away.
No, if once you go back and make that right, you just shoot down the tunnel. Yeah. What I mean is once you are in front of that tunnel, Phil is just directly down that hallway.
So they're not down the hallway. They're past the bridge. They're on the other side. They're talking to a tour group, and we're all like, okay, they're going to be great. They take a couple seconds. Sounds like they get directions, verbal directions. I don't know if it's off the phone, whatever. And then we hear a bunch of people go, woo!
Yes, go win. They were cheering us.
Big cheers. And Joseph and Adam go down some stairs in the wrong direction.
Into an alley.
4 of us go, no.
We're not. They watched us in real time. So me and Adam went up to the tour guide and I said, hey, I'm looking for this tower. We said the tower name. Adam had it written down. And she goes, oh yeah, I'm a tour guide. I do Game of Thrones tours. And I know exactly where this tower is. She goes, you're going to go down this alley, take a right, and that's the tower, and you'll see the tower. So me and Adam are like, okay, like, we'll do that. I was like, can I see your phone really quick? And she kind of was baffled. Like, I'm asking a tour guide because after Budapest, I'm like, I need to be verifying your guys' directions because I learned the hard way. Y'all be sending me places I don't need to be going. Well. So she like looks at me with her tour group. Like, how are you going to like fact check me right now? Like, I know. So I'm like, you know what? You're right. So then the tour guide is like, go win, go guys. And we just run down this alley further in the wrong direction. We run down this alley and me and Adam reach the ocean and we find this tower she's talking about. The ocean waves are crashing over the staircase to go up the tower. And I look at Adam and I'm like, Adam, I have a bad feeling about this because there's no way the race, that is so dangerous. I don't think the race would like not say anything about us. Like if me and Adam had to time it, that if you didn't time it properly, the wave would smash you against the wall and the water would drag you into the ocean. So me and Adam look at each other and we're like, but this is a beautiful tower. And me and Adam look at each other and we're like, but this is a really beautiful tower. The tour guide told us this is the tower. And that looks like something Phil would be at the top of. So we're like, okay, this has to be, and we're looking at our crew because I'm not joking, it is that unsafe that we're like, maybe we'll get a hint from the crew that like y'all can't go up that tower. So the crew obviously does poker face, doesn't give us any hint. So we bolt, we wait for a huge wave, crashes against the staircase, and then we run up the staircase, and it was such a tall tower. I'll clip and find the tower we're on top. They use it a lot in the promos because it's the highest point in Croatia. We run up the tower and security stops us and goes, "What are you guys doing here? This is closed." But the guy had an accent and there was a language barrier. He goes, "This is all closed clearly because the weather." And he was looking at us like, "How the hell did you get up here? How'd you get past that staircase with the ocean?" And we were like, "Oh, don't worry about us. We're part of the production. Like, we're going to find Phil at the top." And the guy's looking at our crew.
About us is crazy.
Yeah, the guy's looking at our crew, and he goes, the guy's staring at our crew, and he's like, keep in mind, like, teams are finishing. Like, me and Adam are now in the middle of nowhere. And the guy's looking at our crew, and he goes, like, what? And I go, yeah, CTV show, camera. So he goes, I guess, like, go through. So security lets us through into this tower that's closed off. And I can just tell our camera crew was like, oh, this is getting worse by the second. So we run up the tower, and we're looking around, and I'm like, this is empty. Like, what's going on?
They're probably like, oh, we're
yeah. And keep in mind, this
We're looking at the tracker like,
this was, I know production was looking at the tracker, and we're like, why are the Abdon's elevation getting really high? So we keep running up the tower, running up the tower, running up the tower. We get all the way to the top. It's the tallest tower in all of Croatia.
Mind you, your diabetic brother.
Yeah, Adam's sugar is low. We need to conserve energy. Adam's sugar is low, and we're on the top of the tower, panting and looking. And now, how this tower is built is it's like a shoehorn. So the ocean is in between us and a medium-sized tower. We get to the top, and we're like, oh my god, where are we? We're in the wrong place. I swear we were so high up in Croatia. We found Phil in another tower because we were so high up this tower that we could see Phil standing on the mat in the tower across the ocean. Because remember, there was a bridge. So we cross the bridge, we look over the ocean, and we can see Phil staring and looking back at us. And our crew looks at us and he goes, that's, I think, the first time ever in Amazing Race history someone located Phil from being at the highest vantage point in the country and finding Phil from that.
They should have aired that. I get there's not a lot of
there's
time,
so
but
much
that's hilarious.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
so much to think about.
So Jag and Jazz did a similar thing. So, like, there was, like we said earlier, when you turned into Bokar Tower, the tower where we were supposed to go, there was actually basically like a fork in the road. And the clue itself, that tricky little motherfucking clue, they did this on purpose.
Yes.
The clue said, go all the way to the top of the tower.
Yes.
So when you go into this little space, you can make a right.
Yes.
Which is just like a straightaway path with 3 tiny little steps. Or you can go left, which has steps that go all the way up and like a long way that you go up and up and up. And so I remember Kyle and I were there and he goes, which way should we go? And I read the clue and it said, it says go all the way up. So I guess it's this way. And he goes, yes, the clue says all the way up. So we go up the wrong steps, we run down the wrong way, we go further up and further up and further up, and finally we get to a point where I'm like, Kylan, there is a sign that says Bokar Tower is the way we just came, and you want to, I'm blaming him, that's not necessary, but I'm like, if we keep running up this way, we're going to give up our second place finish, or, whatever lead we have right now, we have to turn back around. We turn back around, we get to the pit stop, we're in second place, and within minutes of us talking to Phil, we hear some ruckus up above and behind us, and it's Jag and Jazz. They ran the same way that we went earlier. They just kept going up and up and up, and they're literally waving to us from that high point that we just turned around. And so we're like, holy shit! That's so you and Jag and Jazz, you guys and Jag and Jazz were both at different vantage points.
Finding Phil from a vantage point. Yeah, no, it was insane. I see people in the chat saying, yeah, that was the tower. It was Mencita Tower, and we were looking for Fort Boker. And the tour guide told us that was Fort Boker. She was like, she goes, that's the one, I know what you're talking about. And apparently, when me and Adam got there, we were like, oh my god, this tower was used in Game of Thrones. They're so cool for the overlap. And when we get to the top, I'm like, oh my god, there was Game of Thrones was shot here. By the way, me and Adam got lost a lot in Croatia. We have seen unintentionally almost every Game of Thrones spot where they recorded something because we were so lost in Croatia at times that we saw all the Game of Thrones vanity points by accident. So, like, I remember in our group chat, I sent it, I was like, guys, look how cool this is. We were here and we saw all these Game of Thrones things. And everyone else was like, no, we didn't see any of that, Joseph. You and Adam saw that stuff. But
Was that the worst that you guys got lost?
What?
Was that the worst that you guys have gotten lost?
You know what's funny? I want to say that's probably the most confident we were lost. But that was like, it wasn't the worst because it got fixed quickly when we got to the top. By the way, in production's defense, they tried to hide Phil. They didn't want us to like figure out that's
do that frequently. They would usually be like, okay, Phil, like go off this way or go off that way. We don't want you to know until like you're approaching.
Yeah, they didn't want us to like
context clues will get you that once you hear that drone. That's where you stop and you're like,
the drone. Yes, we're like, okay, we see the drone. It's somewhere.
You hear the drone, and then when you see like the cameras that are positioned, you're like, all right,
we're close.
You're like a pig snuffing for truffles. I'm like, all right.
Well, keep in mind, our crew at some point, it was so many stairs that our crew at one point could not keep up with us. So me and Adam, when we recognized the camera crew wasn't behind us, we were like, oh, it's because they have all the cameras waiting for us at the top, and we just kept going up. And we went all the way to the top of this tower, and Adam looks at me and he goes, dude, my blood sugar is plummeting because of that. And I was like, and so our morale is dropping, and then all we see is we look out to the side and we see Phil and all of them trying to hide in the other tower, and that was all the boost we needed. We were like, woo! We came running down. We had to wait, obviously, for the waves, because literally once we realized we were in the wrong tower, I looked at the crew and was like, oh my god, guys, we put you guys at risk to run through this. And they were like, yeah, that was we were hoping you realized like we would not have a pit stop where the ocean is overcoming the staircase at different times in the day. And I was like, you know, I thought it, and it did cross my mind. I'm going to be completely honest.
You're like, this is so nice. Phil should be here.
Yeah, and I swear, by the way, I was so happy when we ran back. Taylor, you guys were all gone, because I was like, I can't look them dead in the eye coming back out of the alleyway in the wrong direction. Knowing you guys finished and watched us run in a different direction, like I was like, ah, shit.
Well, we would have cheered for you, like because that's what we were worried about, because all four of us had to go and get on the shuttle and be like,
yeah. So you don't know
what happened to them.
Yeah. Which is what's so crazy. You don't know if we ever finished. You don't know what place we have. Like we are all so lost in this. For everyone,
mind you, still came in fourth place.
Us, yeah, I know. That's actually that people keep
we were there for hours trying to at least 3-4 hours.
People keep wondering why me and Adam are like freaking out. The nonsense. Like, I mean, we all knew it. Team 7, like me and Adam were known as the like delinquent squad. Like most of the times if they were like, bro, let's just be so straightforward. If right now we called production and was like a team fucked up or shit hit the fan with a team, they're like, Team 7. Even the cast, everyone was like, oh, Joseph and Adam did some shit again. Like, so every time we realized we were still in the race, we were genuinely shocked. Like, I'm not joking. Our mom, who's watching the show now, oh my god, she would tell us, she was like, every week that went by and you guys did not come home, she was like, I prayed to God that like you were just still alive. Like I was like, wait, you didn't think I was like, you didn't think she was like, I was waiting for a phone call that like, you know, they lost you guys at sea or something. Like she was like, that's why you guys were still in the race. Like my mom's like a huge, amazing race fan. I mean, you know this. She loves reality TV. So when she knows how difficult the race can be. So when she was like, oh God, Joseph and Adam are going on to this, every week we didn't show up at her doorstep. She was like, I hope they're okay. Like, God, I don't know what's going on. And now when she's watching the episode, she goes, oh, that makes sense. Like, you guys are falling forward. I was like, I guess.
Not she's thinking y'all are killing it. She's like, you guys might be dead.
Oh, yeah. No. She was like, oh, my God. My mom was like, when we left, she told me, not go win this. She was like, remember, it's the experience that counts. And me and Adam looked at each other, like we side-eyed each other. We were like, it wasn't go get this money. It wasn't bring home the bag. It wasn't any of that. It was like the experience is what matters, which is true. But it wasn't. She was 100% like, you guys, it's all right if you're first boots. Like, it doesn't matter. It's all about the chance that you get to go on the show and represent and be proud and have a good time. So I was like, okay, thanks, Mama. So every week we didn't come home. She was like, what the hell's going on? But I swear, I don't know if you know this, my dad put a call out to be like, are they okay? Like, are they alive? Like, is everything okay?
What?
He put 2 calls out. My dad only put 2 calls out the entire time. One, and I'm never going to forget it, they came knocking on my door and they're like, your dad wants to know what the Wi-Fi password is because he cannot watch his Arabic TV shows. So they were like, can you please tell us what the Wi-Fi password is? Because your dad cannot get into the Wi-Fi and he's bombarding us about it. And I started dying. Like,
I didn't know that.
they woke me up in the middle of the night and was like, please give us the Wi-Fi password so your dad leaves us alone. That was the first check-in. That was only the first. And the second one was, how's Adam's diabetes? Like, Adam has an index that can monitor what his glucose level is. And so he sent them to tell us, like, give us the index so he can gauge how Adam's sugar is doing. Those are the only 2 times he checked in. Can I get the Wi-Fi password and what's Adam's glucose index? Like, that was it.
That is so funny. They actually woke you up for the Wi-Fi password.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It was the middle of the night, and they were like, please, your dad's on a different time zone, and we need to get him to stop blowing up our phones.
That is so fun. All right, my mom did not check on us once. She was glad that we were gone, probably.
She's in peace and quiet.
Yeah, right?
Oh, my God, yeah, they were not. They were not. And obviously my family's so disconnected, like, they didn't keep up with the spoilers or what's going on. So they genuinely winged it. They were like, I hope they're good. Like, I hope whatever's going on with them, they come back in one piece. And both of my parents are just like, as long as Adam's okay, we don't care. I was like, all right.
All right.
I was like, what?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this leg was hard. It was hard to watch. It was hard to do. I was so glad when that was over. So glad.
Wait, I'm watching the episode again, and I'm just like, wait, what? It's a very leaving the taxis to go to the airport, and this is such a small thing that I feel like only the 3 of us are gonna get. There's a camera angle. You know how they interview us in the cars on the way to wherever we're going? So we're talking to the camera through the rear view mirror. Like, me and Kylan are doing our interview looking at the mirror, and our camera guy is recording that. And I'm kind of like, that's an interesting shot. Like, who did that? It was Czech Peter. Czech Peter was our camera guy that leg. And, like, of course he's the one
that would do that rear view mirror shot.
I love that shot.
He's like, wait a second, I got something unique. Look at me this way.
Yeah. He loved, like, that. He was an artist with it. Like, I would be fighting for my life. I'm like, oh God, we're getting eliminated. We're in last place. He was like, say that to the review camera. I'm gonna angle it right there. I was like, man.
I was like, wait. I'm gonna get out the car.
Yeah.
Okay, now go.
And like, after one time, that's like cute. That's very cinematic. Great job. But after, like, every time we get in the car, you want to interview me through this mirror. I'm tired of it.
He had a vision. He was executing his visions. Like, when me and Adam were sobbing, he would have that camera right under our snotty nose. Like, he was like, and I was like,
give me the bubble, baby. Give me the bubble.
Yeah. He was like,
That was so...
head up while you're crying. I was like,
This is really
yeah, I didn't see the beginning of this episode, so I have no idea.
I know. I didn't see the beginning either. Right when I checked in was like getting close to the U-turn board.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, our connection was going in and out, like, from a lot of it. So it got choppy, and then it got better towards the end of the episode. But oh my God, it should have been choppy during the Hannah and Simone segment, because that was hard to breaking.
So hard to watch. Are you kidding me? I didn't think I was going to be that emotional.
God, when Hannah was like cheering her on at the finish line and everything, and Simone's always so happy, like, oh my God, I wish they were able to stay. Oh.
That was any of the crash outs that they didn't show yet. Oh my God, well, this leg, crash outs, yes, and I've talked about crash outs that haven't happened yet, or weren't shown. But this leg in particular, when Kylie and I ran the wrong way up the tower, so it oh shit! I didn't tell my friend to watch. One of my close friends from college is from Dubrovnik, and his dad is from Propratno, which is where we go next week. I know.
Same.
You guys actually tell him to watch. Anyway, when I caught up with him, he was like, "Did you enjoy the very slick stones? Did you fall around?" And I was like, "You know how many times I fell on my ass because the stones are naturally slippery, like they're very, very
And
smooth.
it was raining.
And then when it was raining on top of it, it was just like Wipeout City. And so when we were running down to get to the right pit stop location, I slipped and I went. Charlotte takes a tumble down some stairs. My nose, I had clues in my hand, and my nose.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Kylan turns around. He's like, he's like concerned. Are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, fine, whatever. Let's just go. Whatever.
That crash out cup slowly starts to build and build.
Oh,
and
it
build.
builds. Oh, what's
And it'll be the smallest thing that just gets you to crack. Oh my god!
I crashed out on my dad. Leg 2, where were we at? It was a lot of running.
Yeah, that's where I crashed out on Kylan in
Where were we?
Czech Republic.
Yes, Czech Republic. So we were trying to run to the pit stop, and he got directions from this guy. This guy's like, it's at the first run past the bridge is at the first island. So islands, didn't know what that. It wasn't an actual island. It's just what they called it out in.
It's a little bridge, you know.
Yeah. So my dad, we're running, and my dad drops the clue. He doesn't realize it, but he drops the clue, so we have no idea where we're running. And I crash it on my dad. I'm like, we've been running for 30 minutes aimlessly, and he was confident about this stupid island. He was running, and we get to the island. I'm like, Dad, where's the drone? Where's the camera crew? It is literally us and our people. This is not and he was confident. And I'm like, we're standing. Where's Phil? So I am going off on Jack Mayhem. Love him to death. And then that's why, Joseph, we saw you at that pit stop, and you were gonna tell us where to go. That was
Yeah. Oh, they jumped my ass.
And we didn't have our clue, so I forgot what the building was called. I didn't know what we were looking for, so we were running, trying to find the building.
Oh, yeah, they jumped my ass so hard. Right when I saw you, I was like, Chelsea, Jack, and they were like, Joseph! I was like, oh, shit.
Yes, they would not, and we needed all the help we can get. And then we going, and my dad throughout the race is just like asking them, you know, the people who sit near the pit stop, and they clearly can't tell you where to go? He'll sit there and have full conversations with them. I'm like, Dad, they're part of the crew. They can't tell you. Like, let's just keep looking. So me and my dad have so many crash outs that they didn't show. Thank God.
By the way, we kind of seen that you were crashing out at Jack at times, which by the way, that was another reason you guys didn't get U-turned, because we were like, Chelsea's like up to here with Jack. Like, Rubina and Christine love them, but they're a power duo. Like, they're pushing through, and they have a great dynamic. I was like, Chelsea is about to kill Jack any day now. Yeah, but part of us almost U-turned you to save Jack. Like, we were like, we gotta get them out of here. Oh,
It killed me the whole race. Oh my God.
Adam and I we're just, I think, so lighthearted that there was never I think the closest we got to being frustrated, which we actually just end up laughing, is in Netherlands. We get stuck in a neighborhood. Like, we can't get out of a neighborhood. Like, you know, one of those complexes that are so nuanced, that, like, with multiple turns, like, you're like, if I don't have a GPS, I can't get out of this neighborhood. We turn into one of those.
Wait, I know what neighborhood you were in.
It was like
We were in the
pinkish
same
or
neighborhood.
reddish, right? Yeah.
We were in the same neighborhood because we pulled up to a guy. He looked like a handyman. He like was working at it. He like was getting out of his truck with like a ladder.
You asked him for directions.
Yes, and he goes, I just talked to some friends of yours, multiple friends of
that was
yours.
us.
It wasn't just you; it was you and like 2 other teams that talked to him too.
We were trapped in that neighborhood, and then this is the part where me and Adam just looked at each other, but we were about to crash out, but we started laughing because that's kind of how we are. And we get out, and we pass the same neighbor 3 times. And I mean, you guys know this because we got the release for them to be on the show. We kept passing them, and we're like, oh, we're going to ask you for directions again because we're still in your neighborhood. Then one time we were like, okay, her directions aren't working. Let's try someone new. And keep in mind, me and Adam are kind of getting frustrated now because we're stuck in this neighborhood. It's a guy with a puppy. So we stop, and we're like, let's ask the guy with the dog. Adam and me both independently, like, play with the dog and think the other person is asking for directions. The guy with the dog leaves. We both think the other person asked for directions. We get in the car. There's no one around us. We're still in this neighborhood. It's the beginning of Amazing Race, so we think everyone's doing much better than us. And I'm like, okay, Adam, where are we going? He goes, I thought you got directions. And I was like, no, you got directions. And I was like, no, you got directions. And we both just played with the dog, lost the one person in the neighborhood for directions, and got back in the car. And we were like, we can't be, like, we don't got time for stuff like this. Like, we can't be doing.
They need to do Amazing Race, like, 38B, and it's just you and Adam the whole every single way.
No. I think production would have a heart attack. Like I'm not joking. When me and Adam would come in, they were genuinely shocked. They were like, Tweedledee and Tweedledoo made it back. Like when we were debriefing, I could see in the side they were like, oh shit, Team 7's back. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I just would love to see the dynamic of you guys.
I mean, it's everything. It's like the little snippets you're getting, like the laughing, the crashing, the like mistakes. Like even I mean, we all know this. They can't put anything, but it's just full chaos 24/7. I mean, granted, it's our fault. Like when we got called for the race, me and Adam, you would think, okay, time to buckle up and prep and everything. We live about an hour and 30 minutes away with traffic, and Adam, being in law school, he had to like basically consolidate his semester in an express format so that he could go on the race. So he was so busy and stressed out, I could barely hear from him. And then I was merging my solo practice with my partners that I'm with now. So I was briefing them on the cases and preparing them for when I leave. So I was drowning in work as well. Next thing you know, we're both standing on Amazing Race like, all right, here goes nothing.
Yeah, I had just like got off Big Brother, so I was and then going straight into casting for this. Then my dad didn't know, he didn't like, technology, so I'm doing casting for both he and I. It was just, we get to the race and I'm exhausted. Leg one, I can't do this anymore. And we hadn't even started, so that's why I crashed out on Jack a lot. I was just
but also like you really had to put, and this is not to take away from Jack at all. Like I think Jack is like one of my favorite people ever.
He's hilarious.
Like just he's so amazing. Like I can't wait for you guys to see more of him. But like you're running with someone in their 50s.
Yeah.
And like
sure.
that's, and like with Kylan, I have a equal partner around the same age, physically fit, young, like in their prime, however you want to say it. We can train in the gym together, running on the treadmill with each other. You, Chelsea, like, oh, you had to put that shit on your back. You had to put the tea on your back a lot of the time.
And he recognizes that. He's very grateful. Like we had it looking. It's one of those where like looking back, it's hilarious, but in it was very different.
Because you're actually doing it. It's different.
Yeah, so that's where I'm stressed the hell out this whole race. Because his knee, literally, he'd get back every single leg. He'd get back, he'd have 2 beers, one in each hand. And yes, production took care of him. They said just get Jack beer.
Yeah, he was that man. He didn't give a fuck. Like he was just like, I'm here. He was like, I'm here to spend time with my daughter. Like he was like. That was what he was in the embodiment. Like, you know how all of us are like, oh, we're sharing time with our loved one. Jack was genuinely like, nah, I'm not. I don't got the needs for all that. I'm not doing all that. Like, I love Chelsea, and I'm here for my daughter. But Chelsea, either you got that or we out. Like, there's no.
Out. That's literally him this whole race.
Mind you, did you guys know that Jack was on Wipeout?
You're Jack.
Jack told me that so you and his wife, y'all convinced him. He said, "Come on, don't be a punk. Don't be a punk. You gotta go on the show. Don't be a punk." So
Jack went on Wipeout.
So he went on Wipeout. I signed him up and like secretly then told him, and he didn't want to do it. He ends up getting through the casting. He's the oldest one on that season. He makes it to final 3, but on the first round, he his ankle. He tweaked his ankle, and it's like
Yeah. There it is, though.
like
That's the Jack I know.
I'll do it.
That's the Jack I know.
So then he tweaks his ankle. He comes back home, and he's like, he had 2 more rounds to go into finals. He gets to the second round with his ankle. Then the third round, he tears his pec. He like one of the things takes his arm, and he literally rips his pec. So he comes home, and he has one pec that's like protruding. He was like, Chelsea, you broke my titty.
What you do to your dad?
I know. So when I signed him up for Amazing Race, he was like, I already have a broken titty.
Yeah, he's like, you trying to break the rest of me. Well, I loved every time I walked by Jack, every comment from him was like, I ain't doing all that. Chelsea better get. He's like every time we walked by, he's like Chelsea better giddy up. She better gear up because I'm not doing any of that. And Adam and Jack Adam's like an old soul also, and because of Adam's blood sugar. Adam would like him. I would hear him and Jack in the corner. Adam would be like, Joseph better giddy up, and Jack would be like, yeah, Chelsea better gear up because we're both not doing this. Adam's like, my sugar's low. Jack's like, my knees hurt. I was like, what?
There was one leg I did everything. I can't remember what it was, and everything because he was literally disabled. And we're talking about it like last week, and he's like, yeah, we crushed that leg. I said, we.
No, I'm giving Jack his credit. That man is holding it down. There are times, I'm not joking, Chelsea, I was dying. In some part, I looked behind me and I saw Jack standing right behind me. I was like, this man's a machine. Like, because I would be dying. My body's aching, muscles aching, exhausted, drenched, sweating, and Jack would be standing right behind me applying pressure. I was like, he's up to, like, I see where you got the social game because something's not making sense. Like this man is like, I'm not doing that, my knees, whatever, but he's right on my ass. Like,
yeah, bless Jack. He knew there was gonna be a beer waiting for him. Literally, we'd get to the pit stop and Beth's like, he needs a beer. I said, yeah, Beth, pick him up. It was psychotic. And there were some times because he was so hurt in the race, Bertram was like, this is the amazing race, not the amazing walk. I said, Bertram, it's the amazing walk for us, buddy.
No, yeah, there were times I would crack up where they would be like, ready, set, go, and we would all bolt like machines, and you and Jack, which it's literally the turtle and the rabbit, you and Jack would be walking, I'll blink in 20 minutes, and you guys are passing us somehow. I was like, what the... It really shows that being the fastest team is not everything.
It's not always. You can
it's
get
really
lost
not
in this race, and that's what jacks you up.
It's about getting there. You can run and go to the wrong place, and you can walk to the right place. Okay.
It really did depend on calculation speed, and Natalie just posted a video I saw where she was talking about like the various factors about Amazing Race, and it is so out of your control that I mean, between you both won Big Brother. So what do you think between Big Brother and the race? Like, what's both of your takes?
I think Big Brother is harder. I don't think anything beats the length of Big Brother. Like, that by design is... That is a mental game, and mental fortitude and stamina will always be harder than physical for me.
I can see that.
But I can understand why, especially a woman, would say, having done both, that the Amazing Race is harder. You just think more for you to put on your back and more for you to shoulder that you don't have to do in the Big Brother house. And you're up against competitors that you don't have to be in the same capacity as you do in the Big Brother house. So, like, I wouldn't fault any woman for saying that Amazing Race is harder, but I personally think Big Brother is harder.
I think Big Brother is 10 times harder. I think Amazing Race felt very hard to me because of the dynamic with my dad. Just like you were incapable of doing a lot of things. So that's a different type of hard than Big Brother, where things are somewhat in your control. So Big Brother was harder just because staying in the house for 90 days, you go crazy. And Amazing Race, we had breaks. Like, you have a day between each leg to where you feel like you can shut off mentally for a second.
Because why was I ordering steak medium rare with fries, and can I get some extra ketchup, and can I get a dessert this time, and can I get an extra Coke? Y'all got the pear juice? Can I get some extra pear juice? And also have a cappuccino in the morning, please. Extra
With
brown
croissant. Like,
You got the
come on.
in the raw? Yeah, okay.
We were eating freaking Impossible meat for 90 days in the Big Brother house. So I'll take Amazing Race, you know. But yeah, I felt like we mentally got to shut down, which helped the race. Big Brother is just, it's difficult.
Yeah, I think.
Can I get some hot sauce too? Sorry to bother you.
No. Yeah.
You know what's
Extra
also.
towels, please. This robe is so cushy.
You know what's also very unique.
I can turn up the heat in the room. Sorry, I keep going.
I was saying, you know what's also very unique to us is we really came into the Amazing Race though with like the Big Brother could not be any more different for us because we walked into the race with pre-existing social dynamics, while with Big Brother we're creating and establishing new ones. So which I think is genuinely would be more harder because one, with the race, we all have a support system coming with us that we all trust and can rely on. And two, not only that, we're not really navigating new relationships. We're navigating established ones or building upon already established relationships. So I do think if we were the one Big Brother team, like they told us, that would have been a very different experience than seeing people that we've all seen previously through the community and just kind of building off those bases and those relationships.
Yeah, they sure did tell us we were the only ones, Big Brother couples on there. I was like, Taylor was the one I was most shocked by. I was like, I walked in the room and all you did was give me a side eye. I was like, I had no idea. You winked at me. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, when we saw each other and they're like confirmed, obviously, I remember I looked directly at the executive producers. I was like, y'all are so obnoxious. Like,
they were so happy with themselves too. They were like, literally, oh my God. Okay, so you and Adam walk in, and I give a look, kind of roll my eyes, and I
scanned that room so hard. I was like, you guys got me fucked up, man. Like, I was so close. Like, I thought I was like, you got winners in here? You got the girl who beat me already? Like, I thought I was coming. Because remember, they told all of us, like, that's it. You guys have the upper hand because you're the reality TV people. But then things go around and whatever. But when
people start tweeting, I was in the mix. Like,
yeah.
All right.
So I was like, wait, somebody's lying here. But when you actually see that face to face, like cast is locked in and that's it. We're starting this show and you're looking these people in the eye. I was like, God fucking damn it. I was so close. Why you always got to put me on a cast with Taylor, Michael, like all these Chelsie, like why am I always got to play with these goddamn winners? Like I'm a regular folk. Put me with the regular people.
Shut the hell up. Okay, so they do the reveal. We're missing some details here. Okay, so before the Amazing Race actually starts.
Taylor breaking up for you guys?
Oh, am I? No, it's just you. You're the problem. So before the race actually starts, they put us in a ballroom for like Amazing Race 101 and then like sensitivity training, things like that. And so this is the first time we're all going to see each other. We're not allowed to talk to each other, obviously. But we're all sitting at it's literally like a classroom in a ballroom. We're all at our own tables. We have notebooks, whatever. And so, one by one, teams are coming in and we're all getting excited because we know everyone. Joseph and Adam walk in and you just see all the execs. They're like, come on, baby, what we gonna get? And so Joseph is like, oh. And
they were like, stop making a reaction, Joseph. I was like, they were like, save it for the camera. I was like, what the hell? Then don't show me half of my friends in here and my ex.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what do you mean don't save it for the camera? And they were like covering me because I kept being like, wait, is that? And I don't do, if you guys haven't noticed, I don't do well under the constrictions and the rules. Like that was something me and Taylor always went back and forth with. Taylor is a rule follower. Like that woman is like, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Like y'all said, don't look that way. I'm the complete opposite. I was like, did y'all bring Taylor in here? Like I was completely, is that Chelsie in the back? Like they were like, shut up.
Chelsie, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Let's go get coffee. We can't talk, but we can go get coffee together at the table right there.
I was like, crazy.
Let's do it together.
I'm sitting at the table. I was like, wait, so this is Big Brother All-Stars? They're like, shut up.
So
I know they were so stressed getting us all in a room. I would be too, but we were all genuinely shocked. Like, oh my god, what's going on?
And I hated because of that. They moved me and Adam to the front, so you guys were looking at you guys were looking at the back of our heads because they knew damn well if they had us in the middle or in the back, we were making a scene. We were like literally like classroom, like throwing notes, like making their life difficult. So they were like Abden's front and center.
And you know what? This man still turned around. He said,
"Oh yeah." When there was a funny part. I don't know if you remember, Taylor. They were like, some of you might know each other. Some of you might have former, and I think you and I were the only former romantic interests. So they were like, some of you are former romantic interests, and
we were like, okay.
I literally do this. I'm like, Taylor's sitting way in the back, and I go like, she's sitting way in the back,
right behind you.
and I'm like.
So before they actually start the whole seminar or whatever, the reveal happens, you find out what happens. One of the executive producers, we have our little moment, it settles down. One of the executive producers.
Not her going off, right?
Surprise? I didn't see that one coming, huh?
Yeah. They wanted to be messy. And multiple shows have tried to do that with, this isn't the first time they tried doing that with Taylor and I. Like, they love this isn't the first time me and Taylor are put in a position where they're just like, oh, let's see what the reaction is going to be. And we're obviously just so, right when I walk
people don't believe us when we're actually friends until they see it and they're like, oh, damn.
Yeah, they're locked in. Yeah.
And Big Brother has not posted rarely anything about Amazing Race. And today they reposted you guys. And I'm like, they love this. They love to be messy.
Yeah. They were hyping. I texted Adam. I was like, look what you did, boy. Because Adam was like, he was cracking up. He was like, it's not he goes, I saw you lock the hell in. He was like, Taylor showed up and you locked. I was like, oh, you know what? I was like, Taylor, we up. I was like, let me go hang out with Taylor for a little bit. Which is so funny because when we see each other, me and Taylor are like, oh my God, finally, we get to continue what we had from BB24 and played. We are not seeing each other at all on this race. We are not.
The first time we actually saw each other was
today.
No. The first time we actually saw each other was at the when you broke the key.
Oh yeah. When we broke the key.
And so I swore because I swore up and down they were gonna put this little part in there. So we get in there. You guys are sitting there, and I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if you were on ice or not. And so, we're not really talking to you because we didn't know if we could talk to you or not. But we were like, we want these guys to in the race, so we're just going to do this, out in the open in front of them so they can see how to open this in case someone hadn't already done in front of you. So we're taking way too fucking long to get it done. Whatever. We get it done. We open the clue. We rip and read. We run out. And as I'm running out, I kind of looked back. This was so cinematic, you guys.
This was so dramatic. Oh my God, thank God they didn't actually air it though, because we were never beating the allegations if they aired that. Never.
So,
that was dramatic. Even Adam looked at me with the side eye. He goes, I swear, Joseph, if you make us lose this because of that again. He was like, I swear, Adam, oh my God, we have to talk about this actually more in detail. Because of that, Adam side eyes me and he goes, I've seen this. He goes, he goes, I've seen this story before, Joseph. We are not doing that again.
I watched it on the live feed.
Yeah. He was like, we are not. He goes, I know. He was like, we are not doing that. I'll explain what you did. It was so dramatic.
It really was. I'm shocked it did not make the episode. So, we figure out the clue. We rip and read. We're like, bye, love you guys. And we're like, I go halfway. This is so stupid how I'm going to explain it. I kind of go halfway. And I said,
and we make eye.
We make eye contact.
Taylor, I think she's running out the door, so I'm looking over, watching her leave. So and I'm she's just gonna watch me watch her leave, and she's not gonna look back. So I'm briefly looking over my shoulder, still rooting for her, go win this, go on. I might be eliminated.
And so I look at Kylan, and I look back. And I go, so I run back. Turn your camera on, Joseph.
Messy.
Run back. And Joseph jumps up, and we just like, the longest embrace. We're like, "You good? I miss you. You good?"
Yeah.
And then
my
we
God.
like run out. Very cinematic.
Oh, it
very
was so.
rom-com.
I don't even think the cameras realized that was gonna happen because Taylor and I were just so. They didn't. Yeah, they. I don't think they even caught it because Taylor's crew left with her. My crew was on standby because me and Adam were in ice. And if I repeat, my mic muted, so I didn't hear too much of what you said, Taylor. But like, I look over, just like like go win this. Like I'm proud of her. Like go pass
Not
us.
BB24 finale look.
Yeah. So I look back and I'm like, I'm just gonna watch her run out, like happy for her. And Taylor out of nowhere just looks back and locks eye contact with me, and we both just get up, meet in the middle, and just have the longest hug. And I'm like, I miss you, and like she's like, I miss you too. Like good luck. Yeah, and she's like, good luck, and we're just holding, and Adam's looking at us, and Kylan's looking at us, and I'm like, go. And we just have to like separate, and I run back to the glue box, Taylor runs out, and right when I sit down, Adam's like looking at me like this, and that like sets Adam in he goes, Joseph. Yeah, he was like, no. Yes, we're joking about jailer, but I've seen that look before, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
He was like, So Adam is now paranoid.
Yeah.
Adam, in some capacity, is paranoid about like my attachment to Taylor. So that, and they don't really air it, but he sits with me, and then he later talks to me. He goes, no. Yes, that's your ally, and you guys can work together and whatever, but we are running our own race. I've watched you in real time, like, really want to uplift her and support her, but like, remember, you have a partner here.
Yeah, you're my partner.
Yeah, I was like, I'm locked in. I was like, don't worry, like, I'm locked in. Like, I was like, I got you.
Mind you, like, Kylan just like, I think nobody understands my friendship with Joseph better than Kylan does. And so just like every step of the way, there's a lot of shit I've never talked about. I'm going to regret this, but like literally every step of the way with Kylan, Joseph knew every detail. And with Kylan, like every detail of my friendship with Joseph, he knows everything about. And so like, Kylan is always so pro me and Joseph maintaining our friendship because he's like, I know how important this is to you. And so literally like we hug and like, it was enough of a moment for us to be like, that's like my friend, I miss you, you're good. And like right back with Kylan, we're right back locking on the race. And he was like, you're good, like you feel good, like you guys got that, you got to see him again. And I was like, yeah, I'm happy. And then we went back into racing. Oh, this is so funny. Benji just launched at the TV because he saw the cat.
Oh, that's so cute.
So we're, back in race mode. We're like yelling out for directions. Right on our tail comes out Joseph and Adam. And we're like, we're going to juggle. Come with us to juggle. You're going to juggle. Let's all go. So we get directions together. This one guy tries to jump us, basically.
Oh my God. How do you brush over that? That guy almost fought us. I was like...
Yeah. Okay, so we burst out into the middle of not Dubrovnik. Where were we?
In Budapest.
Budapest. Does anyone have directions? We need directions. Do you speak English? So this man pulls out his phone and he's helping us with directions. And the camera crew starts circling in. And so he looks up and he's like, no. Like, that's not how you do this. You don't just, I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart and just with cameras in my face. So like, I get it. You want your privacy, whatever. And we're like, oh, we're so sorry. Literally, he's following us. He's putting his finger in our face. He's like almost about to put his hands on us. Like, pissed. And he goes to our camera people. He's like, delete that. And we're like, we won't air it. We won't, I'm so sorry. And he's like, no, that's not how you treat people. That's not how you do this. He like gets in front of the taxis that we were able to grab. Tries to interfere with that, making a whole fuss from all the people, trying to tell other people who are helping us and are aware of the cameras not to help us. It was the whole thing. Like, literally was trying to start an uprising against us in the middle of Budapest. And so
a full-blown uprising. And then you guys so Taylor and Kylan get in their taxi and they drive away. Basically, they get in their taxi and they leave. Me and Adam...
Tell the truth, Joseph.
What?
We got 2 taxis
Oh, you
And
do
you-
get yes. I
Yep.
forgot about this.
There's
I forgot
two
about this.
taxis.
But yes.
And
You guys
Joseph and
hailed
Adam
two-
got in the first taxi, which was technically the one that we grabbed first, but like we're moving as a group, right? So in the first taxi, Joseph and Adam get in it, and the guy's like ready to put the address in and go, and we go to put ourselves in the second taxi. And I guess he either was like a Uber taxi or like already had somebody in the car or whatever. So now we had to go find another taxi. We were like, oh!
Yeah. So Taylor, which by the way, in our defense, we couldn't stop a taxi, so we were not about to go try and get another one.
No.
So
I mean,
so,
we couldn't stop a taxi either, for being
yeah,
real.
so
it was hard.
Yeah, so Taylor and Kylan, we stopped two taxis, and one taxi's like, "Hey, no, I'm actually just standing here. Like, I'm not a taxi." But me and Adam coincidentally got in the first one. Taylor and Kylan then still get into another taxi before me and Adam's taxi takes off. So they get into their taxi and they leave. This guy that was fighting with them comes just to me and Adam and just starts cussing out me and Adam. Like me and Adam had nothing to do with it. We didn't ask him for directions. We didn't talk to him, and we didn't say anything. He just gets into Taylor and Kylan now left in the third taxi that they got. And me and Adam are sitting in the taxi. The guy sticks his head in our taxi and just starts cussing us out and fighting with us. We were like, we don't know you. Like, what are you even mad about? And he goes, no. He goes, no, you two are going to stay here. And you guys, I don't know who you two think you are now. And me and Adam were like, we don't know you. Like, we didn't record you. We didn't ask you for directions. And he's just yelling at us.
That he gave to us on the street is what he gave to you guys at the taxis. He just like, fuck these people.
And then he held our taxi and he got in front of the car, and Taylor and Kylan left to go juggle. So he held our taxi, so then our camera crew has to call security. So then security has to come and get him and be like, hey, can we talk to you? And he recognized they're trying to like get him away from our taxi so they can drive off and let me and Adam continue racing. So security like plays a game with him where like they kind of call him over to get off of our taxi. And then the taxi kind of zooms off, and we were like, please, we're the one paying you. Like, not this guy. Don't listen to him. Like, we have money. Like, we'll pay you. Please just get us to the next location. We're in a race for $1 million. So the taxi driver is kind of like on the fence of who to listen to. So he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know who to listen to. And me and Adam are like pleading with him to just please like take us to the next location. We don't know him. We didn't ask him for anything. He's just yelling at us for no reason. And eventually, like when security kind of like calls over that guy to be like, hey, like we can talk to you. We can solve this for you. I like beg the taxi driver, and he drives off before the guy can like get back in front of us. So then we meet up with Taylor and Kylan, who are like already kind of in the middle of learning the lessons. And me and Adam used every minute we could for juggling, goddammit.
You guys got there like, in all fairness, like you guys were, when I say right on our tail, it wasn't
it wasn't
5 minutes before.
Yeah, it was like 5-10 minutes it took to like get security to get him out of there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, like when from us getting it like rings in hand in the juggling, less than 5 minutes before you guys.
Oh yeah, we were bolting. Like once
Did it really
we were like,
take you guys over 100 attempts?
Yes. But the thing is, in our defense, though, this is one of the. Remember, we only have to do it for 10 seconds, and me and Adam, like, we would throw one ring, it would hit the floor quickly, and that counted as one attempt within like 5 seconds. So, and we never left the circus because no one else showed up. So the attempts were actually, it felt like we were in there for hours because it was a really hot room. Taylor and Kylan left quickly. It was so hot in there. And Taylor and Kylan left quickly. So me and Adam were maybe in there for 45 minutes to an hour, but it felt like 2 or 3 because it's hard work, like hand-eye coordination, going back and forth. But me and Adam got worried because when we saw how quick Taylor and Kylan did juggling, we assumed the dance was relatively easy because of how well Taylor and Kylan did. So when we left after an hour and saw that nobody else showed up to juggling, we were like, oh my God, we're eliminated. Like nobody, like we are out of this race. Like we're the only ones that juggled. We screwed this up. And think of who's left in the race. It's Hannah and Simone, who are dancers. Kat and Alex, dancer. Izzy and Paige, who are like beasting through the race. So I was like, oh, we are out. Like there's no chance. We screwed this up between transportation, directions, and just the challenges, like the horses, and we're done. So
and in fairness, Joseph, I think I don't say this to be like we were just really good at it, but when we got to the pit stop, you know, Phil be yapping at the pit stop. You guys don't see, we be talking at that pit stop.
Oh, we be catching it up with him, yeah.
For real. And so when we got to the pit stop, Phil was like, you guys are really like, he goes, I tried the juggling. It's really hard. Like nobody on the team could really get it. Like it really took skill to get it done. You guys crushed that. And we were kind of like, really? Like, oh, like it wasn't easy. I will definitely say it was not easy, but it was like we picked it up pretty quickly and got it done very, very fast. And they did not expect anybody to be able to get it done.
They even made a comment to us because the only two teams to do it, they were like, Joseph, Adam, you guys were actually like a normal, because they test the competitions. Yeah. They were like, that wasn't like obnoxious. They were like, Taylor and Kylan just did so great that it made you guys look like you were having a harder time with it and couldn't get the juggling, but the average person would have taken that many attempts. And what's wild is that then notes for me and Adam, we were like, oh yeah, I forgot, I'm playing with a guy who's really good at the challenge, and the girl who beat me on BB24 with an express pass. Noted.
That leg, my dad thought the dancing was just me. He didn't read the clue correctly.
No.
We were driving. He's like, oh, you're going to kill us?
I love that.
Me.
He said, you put the team on his back.
It's both of us. He said, oh, shit. I was like, what did you think I was just going to do this by myself, Jack? I was so confused.
Yeah, no, that man was definitely me and Adam are avoiding dancing like the plague. We cannot dance. We don't have a rhythmic bone in our body. We're like juggling. We're juggling. Like
juggling was still the right choice for you guys, regardless.
Yeah, no.
It was the dancing was hard. I think
no regrets.
Teams. I think the only team that was solid that should have done dancing was Hannah and Simone and Rubina and Christine.
Yeah.
But everybody else
what's so interesting also that kind of rolled over to this episode is when we met Hannah and Simone on the mat. I mean, I put it in the chat BCC thing. Hannah and Simone were crying at Phil because of how hard of a time they had. And keep in mind, me and Adam are showing up. We already did the whole conversation that we got eliminated in the taxi. So when we showed up to the race, we see Hannah and Simone and they're crying, and Hannah and Simone look at us and they start crying harder. And we were like, oh no, like we're eliminated. And Hannah and Simone are like, Joseph, Adam, and they're just like crying. So me and Adam start giving this speech about how much we love them and how much we want them to win the race. And in our mind, it's building our protection and our alliance with them. Like, we're like, guys, go. Like, we loved you so much. You know, we're honored to lose to you two. Like, you two are two amazing women. Like, you outperformed us and you deserve to beat us. Like, we have so much respect and love for you guys. Like, go win. So, like, fast forward to that just happened on the mat. The next morning, we're in Croatia and we're watching them struggle after we just cried and hugged and sobbed together. I was like, you know, we gotta save our girls.
Dang.
That was emotional, but the drama's coming out now for Amazing. I think from here forward, now it's like
from here forward.
Yeah. The kumbaya is starting to.
It's already popping up.
Well, because what was Tucker talking about taking a fucking Olympic? What's the thing where the pole vault? He went and left to a conclusion.
Oh yeah.
About
mind you. Okay. So while we were in the airport, Jag and Jazz came up to me and Kylan, and they were like, hey, we made a gentleman's agreement with Tucker and Eric that we wouldn't U-turn them. And I'm like, thank you for the information, but that just, like, it pissed me off. And
why was Adam and I in that, by the way? Like,
I don't know. But also, like, you could have just not been there when it happened. And, like, mind you, you had an alliance.
I did. I'm not capping. I'm train wreck. Natalie and Stephanie don't look like Eric and Tucker to me. Like, what? I'm not.
All that said, now, like, I have this knowledge that was told to me. I'm going into this leg. It's equalized, but it's clearly designed where men can just do better. Where was I going with this? Oh, right. And so at the double U-turn, when Kylan goes, yeah, well, it looks like they have the guys' alliance, a gentleman's agreement, and then we're running through to go to the roadblock, and we literally say the information that was given to us by Jag and Jazz. We don't realize that it's being overheard, which, like, regardless, we're not saying, so we're gonna target all of the guys. We're literally just explaining the U-turn board and what happened and what it could be. And Tucker said, let me jump. Let me jump.
right.
My connection cut out for that, so I don't know what this part
What
was.
do you have Cricket Mobile like Taylor? What is going on here?
Oh,
No. When I was watching the show, so I didn't see. Like, I have to wait till it uploads so I can
Fair
watch
enough.
what this was.
so right after me and Kylan gets the U-turn board, and I I punched the U-turn board. I'm like, boo! And then we leave, and we're running to the roadblock. Eric is in the wait out area, and we had to roll because I'm not a runner. I'm already winded just from doing that, right? Like actually winded. So we're running up. This was a hill, you guys. You had to run from like the bottom of a hill all the way up the hill to get to the roadblock, the clue block. And so we're running. Our rule was, if we have to narrate something while we're going somewhere, Kylan has to do the talking because I'm gonna get winded, and if it's a roadblock that I can do, I can't be winded. And so Kylan is narrating to our crew. Yeah, looks like the guys, we were told they have a gentleman's agreement, and it looks like they're all working together, protecting each other, whatever. And so we're literally just narrating it. Eric is in the wait out area, which is like a little ledge. You saw this in the episode, Joseph. And so he overhears this. Jazz comes down to go to the wait out area, and he's like, oh, Jazz, what's up, buddy? So Taylor and Kylan just ran past. They didn't know I was right here. And they said, yeah, looks like the guys U-turned the girls. And so they think that there must be an alliance between us and Joseph and Adam.
Why did we catch a stray?
He said, yeah, so because we said the guys U-turned the girls. And so he thinks just because we said the guys U-turned the girls, that now we're coming after them. Where did A plus B get to C? He said A plus B is Z.
I mean, we'll see how everything plays out, but no, me and Adam were 100% like, y'all are, which there's certain things they're not showing that I have to give, like, with credit. Like, this is not, of course people know this, we're not very like, oh, you guys are a guy team. Eric and Tucker, we were just like, y'all are a problem. Respectfully, you already see Adam calling them a juggernaut. Like, Adam's, we're 100% like, we're on you. There's certain things that happen specifically like in this leg that we really start to bond with Jag and Jas. There were 2 times we get really close with them where this gets a little bit more than game. One was in this leg specifically when I told you guys Adam's sugar crashed. We could not get directions because I had to go find Adam's sugar. And Jag and Jas saw that me and Adam had to kind of stop. So they said, hey, we got the directions. If you guys, just take the left, take the right, so you guys can even out because, like, we feel bad. Like, they felt bad that we had to stop to, like, help Adam. So me and Adam are like, oh, my God, we owe you guys one for that. Like, thank you. You didn't have to do that. And the second time was in Budapest when me and Jag are waiting in line for the horses, when me and him start talking about like us having a difficulty with the taxis and just what we're experiencing, Jag and we both start having a brief conversation of like, this is why we're here. We're trying to represent our people. We're trying to push against this narrative. And both of us kind of share that sentiment as this is why we're racing and this is why we put ourselves in these public platforms. And it kind of strengthens, like, we're already working together, but it makes us feel like there's a bigger purpose here, which is why you can see Trainwreck, and we share that sentiment with Natalie and Stephanie too, which is why our alliance, they're not really showing too much, but continuously gets a little bit more emotionally bonded, because there's experiences outside in this real world that is really bonding us. Like, for example, Stephanie and Natalie get really close with us because they start helping us manage Adam's diabetes. And those were just like really emotional moments that I don't think are caught on camera that became more than game, like more than an alliance. And same thing with Jag and Jas and vice versa with us to them with certain things. So there's little dynamics that just can't make the full cut that is starting to become like very emotional.
I think there's a lot of that in a lot of ways throughout the race. And so like a lot of decisions that people are making don't make sense. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I won't get into it now. But there's a lot of decisions that have been made that people are like, this doesn't make sense, and why would you do this? And it's like, you don't have the additional context of like a very, very deep thing. Like, yes, a lot of people are trying to help each other because we've actually talked about what it means to be X representation for this community or this type of space for these people, or like what type of struggles we have. Like, yes, we're racing for $1 million, we're racing for our teammate and our teams, but also like we're running this race in one of the more diverse casts if you really look at all of us. And so like, yeah, we want to help each other. And if that doesn't, fit the race of or the spirit of your amazing race, then so be it. But
yeah,
I mean,
like for instance, there's a
show, so.
On this episode specifically, like on episode 1, we were talking about how we have so much respect for Izzy and Paige for running their own race. On this specific episode, on episode 1, Adam Sugar crashed, and we were asking strangers for sugar, and Izzy and Paige came up to us and asked us, "Are you guys okay?" That's all they did. "Are you guys okay?" And me and Adam barely know. Like, of course, I knew who Izzy was, and we had a small. But that one little situation there, when they just walked up to us when they saw us struggling and said, "Are you guys okay?" That's it. Me and Adam now, 5 legs later, when we see them on the U-turn board, even by our allies, we were like, we're throwing them a lifeline for that one little moment that they came in.
Yeah, and that stuff can't, and we all have pre-existing relationships, so that stuff it plays a role into everything in the race that they can't put in the edit. So
yeah, there's just no life
to us. Just does not make sense to the public.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that context.
Yeah, I even remember saying on the show, I was like, y'all probably between all of us and the over 24 hours of footage you guys are getting between each team, like, God bless trying to run this down into 90 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, that whole experience was amazing. But I mean, us three still pushing through.
We're still pushing through, barely.
Oh my God, yeah, we are fighting for our lives. I'm trying to think what was the next thing that happened. Oh my God, it's like a fever dream.
We're still in.
The next leg is it's still in Croatia. It's Propratno.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what behind the scenes we get on that. Behind the scene, we get on that.
That was. I can't talk too much about that leg, but that leg was interesting.
Yeah, I guess we can't really.
Can't talk about it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird.
I don't remember too much about what happened on that one. Oh, I do remember what happened on that one.
It was very rainy. I think we can say that. It was
very
cloudy.
Oh my God, yes, I do remember that one.
Very.
Oh my God, every damn episode there's going to be something embarrassing. God damn it, man.
I know the next episode we this is not going to make the episode. They would never do this. I kind of hope they do. We had to pull over. Literally, so before you start a leg, I keep doing backstory. But before you start a leg, you really want to empty your bladder because you don't know when you're going to see a bathroom or whatever. And so we empty. I pee. I'm I'm good to go. And pretty early on in the leg, we had to pull off to the side, and I had to drop trow and pee on the side of a road because it was and so I'm peeing in the pouring rain.
I give you credit.
Or not Dubrovnik, but in the middle of Croatia.
Just
literally downpour, and the area that I ran off into, it was not a marsh, but a grassy area. But because it was raining so much, it was kind of flooded. And so I'm jumping through a pool of water, basically, drop trow to get behind a tree.
Oh.
And Kylan's
they're definitely not.
No, don't go over there. He's don't do it over there. Do it over there. Because you can see from this corner. And then I go over somewhere else. He's no, not there. Over here.
I wish they aired those type of little snippet things. It builds so much personality.
That would be one of our highest viewed shows for sure. Catching Taylor P in the middle.
Well, what's funny is Adam. So because Adam's diabetic, he pees a lot, And every time I was like, Adam, please just pee in the bush. He was like, you want me to catch a charge? Like, I'm not about to get arrested, and you have to bail me out, and we're losing the whole race because I got arrested. So he every time was like, you have to get me a bathroom. And I was like, just come on, man. Like, go pee over here. He's like, no, I need a toilet.
You know what I will say? That's another advantage that men have on the race. For the like, they can just pee anywhere very easily.
Unless you're Adam.
Adam said, "I'm a decent man."
Yeah, he was like, I need a toilet. You know how many times, like, there's one point, I won't even, yeah, his peeing was something we definitely had to navigate.
What?
I'm not joking, Adam. I would look at him.
Tell the whole story.
Yeah, there's just times we would sit in the car and Adam would be side-eyeing me and I would see his leg like trembling hard and we're in the middle of the highway and I'd be looking at him and I'd be like, Adam, and he'd be like, please pull over. And I was like, I'm gonna pull over right here if that's okay. He goes, no, I need a toilet. And I was like, Adam, do you know how hard it is for you and I to find a toilet and find back where we're going in the right direction? Like, he was like, it's either that or you're gonna run with a partner who pissed his pants. Like, you make the choice.
What?
Yeah, Natalie brought diapers.
Yes.
I should have asked her for a pair. No, Adam was like, she was onto something. When he saw that article, he was like, she cooked with that.
I had no idea she brought diapers until after the race. I was like, what?
Kylan knew early on. Because when I jumped out to go pee on the side, he was like, oh yeah, like Natalie brought diapers. And I was like, damn!
Smart.
Yeah.
You don't know how long you're going to be racing without a diaper.
I don't
especially
know
for women.
I don't know if I would pee in a diaper.
I would. For any reality show, I'm down to pee myself.
Actually, now that I think of it, we did worse. So
what? Pageant tomorrow.
Right.
I would 100%. Now that I think of, in hindsight, of like everything we go through, we did worse.
Wait, say it. I didn't hear you.
I was saying, in hindsight of everything we go through, we did worse. Like, we would definitely pee our pants because we 100% did worse.
What? What do you mean you did worse?
I'll text it to you so I don't. But we 100% were in much worse circumstances than just racing with pee in your pants.
Yeah.
Oh sure. Yeah.
Like, for sure, yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
Like, I won't run with pee in my pants. Oh please, yes you would.
Yes you would. You would do a lot more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And did.
What?
And did.
You know. I will say Phil has talked about this challenge publicly. He said unless you're really paying attention to the very little press that has happened, you wouldn't know. But he has talked about the specific challenge.
But not pertaining to anybody on our season.
It's from season 38.
Y'all gonna have to text me because I'm.
What's worse than pee, Chelsea?
I mean, I know, but like who? You?
Oh my god! Now that I'm thinking of it, like and I during the race I stepped in shit, saw it all over my shoe. Was like, I'm gonna have to clean this when I get back to the hotel.
There you go.
I'm caught up. I thought you meant somebody shit themselves. No. But technically we all did.
Not to my.
Got it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, this is gonna be a fun from here. Yeah, you know what's
going to be very entertaining.
Like, I don't know if we're biased because obviously we're on the show, but I feel like they're progressively, like with each one, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, like, okay.
I'll also say, but Joseph, and I'm sure Chelsea, you did this on your season too. Do you remember when we would like recap the day and be like, they have so much good stuff to work with in the episode?
And then it's not on it.
The episode's going to start with happy birthday, then it cuts to the argument, then it cuts to Jasmine passing out, then it cuts to the left doors forming. No Joseph's birthday.
Yeah, well, I never watched it in its entirety. I mean, the only thing I've seen is when I saw with you. But
yeah, I've seen selective episodes here and there, but you see what I'm saying? Like, we think some things.
Well, I got to give it to them. I mean, we should ask the chat, like, what momentum-wise, I feel like
it's getting better.
Yeah, like each one, I'm just like, I feel like I try to objectively watch it. Like, could I have sat through that if I didn't participate in the show?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, like I'm invested. Like y'all got something cooking. Like,
I think the first episode is like, okay, I'm getting introduced to people.
Yeah.
Second episode, I wish the second episode was heavier on the train drama. I know somebody's echoing. I don't know who it is. It's probably me.
Yeah, someone's definitely echoing.
But I wish it was heavier on the train drama because the actual tasks in wherever were not that engaging. Like, okay. And I also think it being just like a chomp off the last person 3 episodes in a row was really boring.
Mm-hmm.
Last episode, you had some mix-ups happening because we all started kind of to bottleneck. And then this episode with the reset, which, of course, a fucking equalizer happens after we jump to the front. But anyway.
Still in the front.
Yes, I'm just saying, when we got in Croatia and we were like, we just got to the front. They're gonna fight again, damn.
Oh, we didn't give a. We were like equalize that shit every time, baby, because we don't know what's happening.
Every time.
Me and Adam every morning
other
had like a
leg is
prayer.
like good to be equalized.
We had a prayer every morning. Me and Adam were like, God bless whatever mess we're about to go into. I don't know if you guys were like, you guys would get hyped. Me and Adam were like, I don't know what nonsense we're gonna cause today. Like, we would look at whatever crews assigned to us, and I know they were like in their group chat, like, fuck, we got the abdons. I swear to God, every crew that would come up to us, I was like, sorry guys. They're like, no, you're funny. We were like, fuck. We don't want to be funny. We're trying to win.
We're trying to win.
I heard whatever. I was catching up with one of the crew people a little bit ago, and they're like, yeah, like we have nicknames for the teams. And I was like, what was our nickname? And he told me, and I was like, I'm okay with that.
Please ask them what our nickname was.
Yeah, please get the
Yeah,
tea.
for sure. Definitely will. They're back now, so I'll definitely be able to catch up with them. We all could.
Yeah, some of them were asking to hang out. One of them lives out here where we are, Taylor, and wants to hang out. But yeah, they're back. And they're so excited to be around us.
They're all good.
We're just a good fucking time, man.
Yeah, they're good.
They
people.
were a lot of fun. The crew was fun to work with.
Yeah, and they're on your ass, man. I'd look back and be like, damn, did I lose them? And they're right there with that heavy-ass camera. I was like, okay.
We were in, oh my God, when we were racing through, wherever the second leg was that I keep forgetting.
Check.
In Czech Republic. Prague, yes, thank you. Prague, Czech Republic. We were racing and we were like, we would always be like, crew, to see where they were because we didn't want to be too far. And so we'd be like, crew, where are you? And we didn't see them behind us. We turned and we looked forward. They're already at the top of the escalator.
Yeah, no, they're
We
crazy.
were like, how the fuck did you get up there? Because you
Yeah.
remember the escalator in Prague. That was going up to Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, it really was. Oh my
That was
God.
crazy.
It
Anyway.
was phenomenal.
When they would get in front of me, I was like, how the hell? What the? Wait, because they have to get those shots. Like, we got as viewers, when you guys see us running towards you, like the camera person had to run past us and hit a U-turn and run backwards to get that shot. So, and you remember, we're not supposed to like look at them. So many times they would tell me, Joseph, stop like complimenting. So I'd be like, damn, and they're like, no, like just keep running.
Just race.
Focus
Even
on the
the
race.
tandem bikes. That's when I knew these
tandem
people are
bikes.
insane. Them being on the bikes, getting us, is stupid.
So at first I thought like one of them was riding the bike and the camera guy was doing it. They had like a hired person was driving an electric bike. So they
They were on
given
electric.
that the balance on the back of an electric bike still a person.
Yes.
Insane, yeah. I don't even know. I would always try to win. One thing I gotta give him credit is the poker face. Because it was like me and Adam have put them in positions where you have to. Like when we lost the car keys, I looked at the guy and he looked at me and I was like, "Come on, you can crack a smile like what the fuck?" And he was just like,
Joseph is the Echo Bandit. It's you, Joseph.
No, it's not me. Look,
It's your Cricket Mobile. It's you. Yeah, it's better.
Crazy!
what
That-
about?
It was 10 times better when you muted
100%
yourself.
you went on mute and it said silent.
I had this. Oh my god, am I the one with the bad connection? This is awkward.
Yeah.
It's better right now. But yeah, it is Cricket Mobile's Joseph
It's Cricket
today.
Mobile.
Shit.
It's
Oh,
Cricket.
shit. Well, sorry, I'm not out here
You're
winning
actually you're great now, actually.
I'm not winning. Well, it's because I was.
No, it's because you haven't won a show yet.
Yeah, the hell?
Don't worry, I'm trucking my way. I'm gonna one of these. Maybe this one, maybe the next one. Like you guys don't know what I'm up to. I'm gonna keep you guessing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited to see what this leg looks like for you guys. I can't even say why because that gives things
It's
away.
gonna give it away. I know. This is so hard.
This was
And then there's nothing to talk about in the debrief after next week. If we talk.
I think, yeah. Every episode we should hop on. There's a lot to talk about.
There's so
after
much
these
for every leg.
episodes.
Yep.
Anyway, go girls.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Chelsea. Shout out to the girls, all y'all.
Ooh, what did you guys order in the hotel room at this leg?
I think I had like fish.
Actually, yeah.
No,
Okay.
this was when we were all like, is this all you guys are feeding us? Remember? We had to ask for more food? You don't remember?
I mean, it felt like a couple times. So.
That was true.
No, it was in the nice hotel in Croatia. Was it as soon as we got there or the second night? I don't know. It was in the nice hotel.
Croatia
We were
felt
like,
a
what is this?
Am I mean for saying that?
Say it again.
Oh my god! Actually, no. We had ants all in our bathroom.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, we had to call in and like have people take care of that because literally I opened up the door and I was like, "There's an ant in the sink, in the bathroom." Oh, like they're crawling. It wasn't as bad as Big Brother house, but it was definitely like there are ants in the bathroom.
Damn.
Yeah.
We didn't notice. Right when we got in that room, we would circle what we want to eat, go straight to sleep, and then they would wake us up with whatever the food was, and then eat it, wash our clothes, go back to bed. We were so tired.
Oh no, we did after action reports. We would sit down with little notebooks. It's so funny because like
we're too old for that.
we're just such competitors. I think we both went into this thinking like you're gonna see. I think watching it back is so funny because we're both kind of like, oh wow, like this is the first time people are really gonna see like us and our dynamic, and that's so exciting. And then we're watching the episodes and we're both like, oh, we're just super competitive, and like the more intimate, like super lovey-dovey stuff was back in the hotels. And so watching the episodes, I think we were both sitting down like it'll be nice for like some people to have some insight on this, and then we're both like, let's go.
Goddamn gamers.
Yeah.
No, I was sleeping. Me and Adam would laugh. We would be like, what do you think everyone's doing in each room? And every room we were like gaming. And me and him would be like eating our sandwich. Like, you know that like crusty eyed, you just woke up, but I gotta get fuel in. Me and him would be like, look at each other.
Oh, wait.
Knock
So
out.
we weren't really gaming like who do we want to work with? What do we, whatever. We were definitely wondering who was eliminated because this is the first time we weren't.
Oh yeah, everybody.
No. But then something that I don't think we've talked about this. Or Joseph, we told you like the night of finale when everybody was in New York. So this is the leg where we still had the express pass on us. And I was like, we were always wondering what was going to come up next. Like, what twist are they going to throw at us? Because the season before, they just had a twist on every leg. And so we had the express pass still, and we were like, what if we get an intersection? Is the express pass transferable? So we were like, if we, let's say like Jag and Jazz and Tucker and Eric are the first two teams to get somewhere. Or no. So let's say, because at that point, Kyle and I were second. So we were like, let's say Tucker and Eric, who came in first, and me and Kylan get to an intersection. And we refuse to do the intersection with Tucker and Eric. And then we wait for like the next team and decide to do it with them. Can we pass the express pass and start like a chain of handing off the express pass with the promise that you have to like basically gang up on someone? Like, can we get a chain going where we all pass the express pass down to whoever is last to get there? then they do the intersection with Tucker and Eric, forcing them to be in last with them.
No freaking way.
And like, can we say, show up to this detour? Like, maybe we can find a way for you to get directions, or we'll just agree this is the detour that you should go to. We'll be there. Use your express pass. We'll have directions for the pit stop from there. And then, like, we make sure that you get there, and we make sure that, you know, Tucker and Eric in this scenario would be eliminated. So we were like, can you, basically the question was just, is the express pass transferable? And that was the scenario we were thinking of, but obviously there's like so many more depending on who's where, what time, whatever. And so one exec came down and they were like, I think I have an answer, but let me go confer. And so they had to have like a tete-a-tete with all the EPs, and they had to come back down and tell us the answer. And so whether or not it happened, we shall see.
That's the conversations y'all was having, getting back to the room. Literally, my dad's
every episode, but that was the one time we were like, that was like a one light bulb.
Oh my God. I was like, can you guys charge my whatever stipend we're on so I can get an extra patty on this burger? Meanwhile, I'm like, guys, I'm starving here. Like, I didn't eat all day. Can I get 2 patties on my burger?
No, yeah.
And you're out here conniving the whole like next 7 moves, and I was like, can I get 2 patties in a microwave?
But we also had something to like connive with, you know? So it's a little different.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Did you notice with every meal that we got in Croatia, they gave like a whole bottle of olive oil?
Yes, I was eating the olive oil.
Yes,
I was like, baby, you know this. I was up and down on that olive oil. Every time they were like, they would come in there, they were like, yo, what's up with this man? They're like, are you dabbing it in bread? I was like, hey, what do y'all know about this? Like, I would just dab it in bread. I was like, can I get a jar of olive oil? They were like, what the heck, you weirdo? Like.
We did no gaming when we got back. My dad would drink beer, ice, and I would watch TV, and that was it.
Yeah, Adam was not having any gaming or anything. By the time when he hit the bed, Adam would be sleeping before we get in the room. He'd fall asleep in the couch.
So pick up your phone. I don't know if it's like the position of your phone or something.
Boom.
He said, "Moo, it's still bad."
You said boom. It said boom 4 more times after.
Boom, one time.
Joseph is Joseph in an underwater cave? We think so, Madeline. We think so.
You know what? That olive oil was good. Like,
it was good.
There was one time they didn't bring olive oil with the meal, and I called them and I was like, "Can you bring that olive oil?" But we still had all the other jars of it, and I was like, don't skip me. Bring me my bottle.
What was the best thing you guys ate up until this point?
Probably I like the steak frite that was at the hotel in Prague the most.
I had the steak frites. It was good.
I'm not a picky eater. I like everything. I was like, fuck me up. Like I was like,
no, you're a nasty eater. Let me tell you, this man was at my place in LA. He had a Chipotle bowl. He almost made Kylan throw up when he did this. So we had Chipotle at my place. He opened up one of those travel packs of sun-kissed tuna, like the couch.
Protein was down.
Yeah,
Kylan hates mixing his food.
The autism, like, food is very specific with him. And so it's like, it's not just what's on his plate, but like, seeing something unsettling can be very jarring for him.
Oh, he was.
And Joseph, and I almost wish I didn't say anything, because he wanted to notice. I wish I didn't say anything. This man gets a giant ass Chipotle bowl, rips open the pouch of tuna, puts it on top, and I go, did you just put a pouch of tuna on top of your Chipotle? Like, he's stirring it in. Kyla looks over at him and
There's 17 grams of protein.
He's like gagging in the bathroom. Because
he really was. He really was. Like, he was losing his mind. He was like, there's no way you're going to eat that. I was like,
but tuna on top of a Chipotle? Like, what did you have in your Chipotle bowl?
Well, I only had, because I had my tuna with me, I only had like rice and lettuce really in it. So it was like a tuna salad almost. Like I was
That's
like,
even worse.
He's like you.
It was rice, lettuce, tuna. I was like, whatever. It's like a tuna salad.
You had some sauce. You had some other stuff on that. That was a load. That bowl was big and heavy.
I think it was the tomatoes too. Yeah, like no, it was a bowl. I tried to make a tuna salad. It wasn't working out well for me, but it was the attempt that mattered. I'm not gonna lie, it was a hard swallow. Even for me, it was a rough eat, but I was like, okay, I gotta get my protein
Poor
out.
Kylan was struggling.
I got Joseph, and he's eating over the sink because he doesn't want to smell anywhere. So he's eating this nasty concoction over the sink. I got Kylan like
Yeah. He was,
gagging in the
he was dying in
bathroom,
the bathroom. He
and
definitely was
I'm
not
standing there
out.
like horrified. I'm like, what is happening here?
Oh my god, it was so funny. Yeah, I was.
That was ridiculous.
And one thing, I have a huge appetite too. So like on the race, it was controlled because of all the stress. But when we would finally like loosen up and get to the hotel room, I would tell them, I'm like, whatever the other teams aren't eating, send that shit over here. Like, because we were all on the.
I was like, are they feeding teenagers? Because what's going on? We're grown, and if I'm hungry, not having enough food, I'm like, these grown men I know are suffering.
We were dying. I used to like, I would try and tip I would knock on the door and be like, hey, can I order room service? And they'd be like, what? No, get out of here.
That was like a that was a moment in one. I think we were always really easy to get along with. I mean, like specifically everybody working on the race was like, oh my god, you guys are so polite and easy to get along with.
Yeah.
One time it almost went down with Beth. Kylan and Beth. It was into a
Not
stalemate,
Kylan
and I was
and Beth.
like,
No.
Oh, that's a battle to be seen. Oh,
that one was crazy because I rule follower. I'm like,
oh, I know
team.
you were so annoyed about it too. Like you were like,
well, here's the thing. If it makes sense, I don't like to argue too much against it. And this was a crazy thing where like we hadn't eaten in a very long time. It took the food forever to get there. The food got there cold. Like I swear, whatever we ordered was in a fridge.
Oh, I remember this.
That happened a couple times though. Even with breakfast, I'm like,
and
this
so
is
I remember
crazy.
That was crazy. And so I remember Kylan was like, I'm not eating this. And Beth was like, we can't be those ugly Americans that send food.
Yeah. And all
Kylan
of us
was
sent
like,
our food back though. All of us asked because
Yes.
Beth was pissed.
it was like the bad one.
I did not care. I ate it cold as fuck because I remember they came and thanked me for that. They're like, thanks for not having a hard time. Me and Adam were like, send the cold food into this room.
No, that was a like.
That shit was like, that was a tough. Again, I'm the same guy eating the tuna salad thing over Chipotle, so I was like,
I will never forget that moment because I was like, it's okay, but also like double my size. Can we be reasonable here? But we'll ask nicely. It was getting tense. That's the one time I was like, no, it's fine.
And it wasn't like lukewarm. It was
cold. This was worthy of being like,
yes.
Knock.
Yeah,
I'm
the first person to never. I just hate to complain about anything or anything. But this was one where I was like, I'm having a hard time putting this down. I think other teams are probably complaining right now.
And yeah, Beth came and had talked to with all of us. Like, you get basically what you get is what you get.
Yeah, that was
asking. I was like, Beth.
She tipped us for that. She
literally.
She didn't give us that conversation. She was like, I know Team 7. Put in the hyena.
But like we're very easygoing, other than my dad's beers that he wanted. But like you're giving us freezing food. Like, and we're only eating once a day.
Yeah. And it was just crazy because like the food was so good and like timely at other places. That one place was wild.
Yeah, that place was wild. Even the room design and everything was a little like wild.
Yeah.
That place was wild in a little bit. And even I remember I was trying to dry my clothes there, and the door like cracked weird, so I lost a sock because I hung it there. So I had to like break a hanger and like stick it out and like go fight for my sock back because it fell down. You guys remember that door cracked and it was all the way at the top, like it opened up from the top. And that's it. So I was hanging my sock at the top, and it fell down and slid out onto the balcony. And
How was your experience washing your clothes after the fish? Filleting the fish?
Oh,
I smelled like, even after I washed my clothes, it still smelled like fish.
No, this is why you gotta get you an autistic, okay? Here's the thing. So I went into the race being like, I'm gonna do the laundry, you're gonna do the like organizing of the pack. The pack is your responsibility. I got the laundry. I did the laundry for the first time. Basically, we did like a test run for laundry during the semester before we even started racing. And like I washed the clothes. And he came through. He inspected the clothes. He said,
Not it.
I'm gonna do this.
He said, I'll take care of the laundry. I was like, I believed it. He goes, and you did a great job. I'll take care of the laundry.
That is so funny.
Yeah, and I was like, it's clean. Like, it's like, there's nothing. That man, he would, oh my God, the cleaning process he would have on these. He would take the lining out of a trash can. He would take like hot water. He would soak the clothes in it, bring it out.
There you go. He had a good technique. I remember.
Did they dry fast enough?
We had a routine of like, we would air dry and then we would finish off with the hair dryer. We actually burnt out the hair dryer in, at the first leg, and we had to very stealthily knock on the door because we knew the Chadas were in the room right across from us at the first leg.
We set off the fire alarm. Did you guys hear about that? Do you guys remember? They didn't evacuate. There was one room that set off the fire alarm. It was me and Adam because we were. So what we did is we left a sock connected to the hair dryer, and we both fell asleep. And the sock was connected to the hair dryer, and we woke up and we hear beep, 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 and all the smoke is in the room, and like the sock is basically like on fire. So me and Adam are like, oh shit! So we like open all the windows and we're like blowing it, and they come knocking on the door. Like before the race gets to us, the staff shows up and they were like, what are you guys doing in here? And I was like, oh my God, like I don't know, like I don't know what's going on. And I was like, guys, please turn this off before the race figures this out. And they were like, is there a fire? Like we have to come in. And they came in, it's smoke everywhere in our room, and me and Adam were like, and we're just like, please don't tell the race, like, because it was like 4 a.m. So we're like, don't tell the race, like, it was like the hotel staff. So they like shut it off, and they like helped us air out the room and everything. And I don't even know if the race ever got put on notice because like the actual staff had to come clean up our room.
Not y'all being hazards outside of the race.
But Kylan and I, after, like, we took our laundry so seriously. I remember him and I, after the race, had a really deep talk about how important it was and our routines when it came to laundry. Because I was the same way. I did not let Adam do any of the laundry. I don't know why I was so particular about it. I had my routine. I had the way I would get soap. I would do everything I needed to do. Clean, rinse, and then air dry for a little bit, blow dry. I don't care. I would do this till like 3 a.m. every day because we had one outfit. So I had to make sure we cleaned it for every leg. Yeah. And I had my whole routine structured out completely. It was like my little downtime.
Yeah, we brought Tide packs. So,
that's
like,
what we had.
Yeah, so that, like, we never struggled with, like, soap or anything like that. Our clothes would always be so clean. But I just brought really thick material clothes. So it just took forever to dry. That was my only thing.
The drying was tough. I mean, yeah, the drying was not easy, but even then, like,
I feel like days later, I'm like, maybe it's just like psychological. Well, I was like, I just smell monkfish. I cannot do this now.
It wasn't psychological. I just had someone who was super, super anal about, like, overdoing it to the point where it was not anymore.
I was the same way about the clothes. Like, Adam's clothes smelled like beer after that one leg where he had to put the beer, and I washed his clothes maybe 3 times because if I even smelled the hint of it, I was like, I need to get this out. So I washed it, dried, still smelled a little bit of beer, washed it, dried again, did it again. Like I was like, no, I need this out.
That's so funny because I feel like I get why the beer smell would be overwhelming, but the fish smell would bother me way more than the beer smell.
Oh my God.
The fish was out for us in one. I mean, we didn't fillet.
Oh, well, you didn't do the fish, so
yeah.
There you go.
Oh my God, I did not realize it's 2 a.m. I love you guys. I have to be up.
Is it really?
It's 11.
I literally have to go to work in like 3 hours. I love you guys. I'm gonna.
Okay. So cooked. Well, why don't we call it? Because I have to. My dress is
tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Congrats, Taylor. Good luck.
Oh, thanks, guys.
So proud of you, man.
Good luck. So proud of you.
It'll be fun. It's fun being back with all the pageant people. I took a little bit of time away, so
get in there, Miss Michigan. Show them how you do it.
Let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
I left. None of my gowns got here, so I have to go. I know. I'm gonna meet with the gown sponsor of the pageant because they have some extra stuff. So
Okay.
kind of bummed, but I'll be fine.
Call me after. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah,
Okay.
how it goes. Love you.
All right.
Love you guys. Good night. Guys, good night.